Historically, it functions as a 3-player. Just simply, if you follow the historical plan of attack,
Yep.
We have 3 sides. Second thing is that it is really right at that genesis of the whole, or what became known as the Kursk system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good opportunity to sort of go back and have a look at, I suppose, where a lot of things started to really get refined.
This system alone just created so much in the way of what happened in war games for the next 15, 20 years.
Oh, absolutely. And when you can compare it with Stalingrad by Avalon Hill, I think it stacks up very favourably, but also flags that PGG is just around the corner.
So was there any other game systems that had overrun at that stage?
Not that I can think. Didn't Russian campaign? Doesn't Russian campaign have an overrun rule?
Yeah, but that's 1974.
Yeah.
This is still. Well, I suppose when we think of when this is being developed,
France 40 didn't have it, did it?
Yes, it did. Again,
system.
It's a little bit later than this, because I think this design for this goes back to 1971.
No, this is 72, and it actually references in the notes France 40 and Kursk.
Yes, I know, but that was when the game was published.
Stalingrad and Breakout and Pursuit, but they come later.
But I'm wondering when the game rules were actually being
formulated. They were 1971.
Yeah,
it's really early, and for its time, it's quite advanced. And what we've been struggling with in sort of rereading the rules is trying to reconcile our thinking to the way in which overruns worked in subsequent games.
Yep.
And not in this one. This one, I think these rules have been written to really blow the Russian front wide open.
Yep.
So I think we need to interpret the overrun rules as generously as possible.
Yeah, yeah, and that's I think your overrun rule C was the one that I think everyone was getting hung up on. I read it as completely straight open. Just bring up as much as you can to get 11-1. Then soak off. If you're using armor, bring up some infantry to soak off, and then once that turn's done, that unit then flips over. The target unit flips over. It has no effect, so you can move through units now through that hex.
Yep. Oh, wait.
Interesting is the supply rules and the rail rules are direct precursors of war in the East.
Yep. Well, this is you can see war in the East here, can't you? It's like this is the first
year. 3 rail units.
Yeah. and 1-4s everywhere.
That's right. A little flipping forts to 1-4s. They tidied it up in the next couple of years, though.
I do have a copy of it, but unfortunately, it's got an incredible water stain on the map and the rules, which turned everything bright brown, and I'm not sure that I've got all the pieces. So I was having a look this morning to see how much it would cost to replace it. $115 US.
Really?
And
punched?
That was punched, and that was just in a plastic bag. No. It's just the rules and the cover sheet and the map and the pieces. That was the one I found. There was another one, but I wasn't sure whether that was it was a white box version.
That's the one I've got. I've got a white box version.
I've got the flat pack, but it'd be these counters are one-sided, aren't they? Or
Yes,
no?
they
Yeah, yeah, they are.
easy to make.
Yeah.
Yep.
So print out.
You could probably take the counters out of Kursk or something and just
Yeah.
repurpose.
Yep, yep. I should say a few words about the module too, because I made the module. This is
Oh,
mine.
you're famous then.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yep. For the first time ever, we're playing one of my modules.
Oh,
But I've
how did
Duke.
that happen?
Well, that's
Have you
why. That's why I thought I better check with David. Is he just being nice? Is he being
Have you opened it?
polite? This was a module I knocked up in the early days, and what happened was I found on the internet these pieces, and I was originally struggling with the a scan that I'd got from, I don't know, John Edwards or somewhere, or Board Game Geek or something, and it was just horrible. They're just horrible scans, and I didn't want to use them. And I thought, these are quite bright and punchy and everything. It's a pity about the map, but I can live with it. And it's not, I don't normally make modules which are hybrids of old and new. It's either one or the other, but this is just a hybrid. A big shout out to the guy that did these counters, but I don't know who it is. I did have an email conversation with him about 2 or 3 years ago, which I hunted this morning to see if I could find the email, where I asked his permission if I could use them for a Vassal module. And he said, "Oh yeah, great, fantastic, go for it." And I think he might have been European of some variety, but
That narrows it down to.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
they're great counters.
Yeah, they are.
Really
They really pop, and I really quite like
Yeah.
them. And I especially like the touch of having the turn markers of Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin. So I do like the counters. And a shout out to whoever provided these. These are great counters. Don't ever stop making counters, is what I say.
Yeah.
But the module is what it is. It's fairly simple. It's a very simple module. And the scenario that we've picked for today is that you guys are going to do. What are we doing?
It's scenario 2.
You're doing scenario 2. That's right.
Yes.
Okay, so the UV, and we're only we probably should get through the 8 game turns today. So we will have an outcome, which would be an absolute surprise to all of us.
Now, I think we're anticipating that the Russians will surrender on turn 3.
Oh, absolutely.
Mainly because Bill's going to run out of beer by turn 2.
He gave it all to you, David.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, I'm having, exactly. The Gunners have got more than enough beer for this game.
Yeah, we've got beer to last us at least 4 years.
Have you started the Vassal module?
Sorry?
Have you started the module?
Yeah, it's up.
It's up.
David's in.
I'm in.
Why am I not in? We'll have to go out again and try
I
again.
don't know. But I must admit, I do love the early SPI games just because the graphic package attached to it is so clean and functional.
Yep.
I know Simonson, added color, and really some of the later maps that SPI did are truly gorgeous. But from my schoolboy perspective, I just loved how you could just see everything.
I purchased this game, I'd say, very early on in my wargame collecting career. So I would have got this, I think, around about 1974 or 75. Yeah. So it wouldn't be in the first five war games, but it probably would have been about the 6th. I just can't remember. And I have carted around with me everywhere. It is the game that I have most played, other than Cobra, with my brother.
Mm.
So,
did you send me the Vassal module?
Hey?
Did you send me the module?
Yeah.
No. Did you download
You can download it from the Vassal website.
No, I've got the module, but don't I need the setup?
No.
No, you don't need that. You just come in and
got the setup.
Yeah,
So
you just say look for a game online, and then that's it. I've got it already.
Actually, one question we do need to have a discussion about is the fearsome reputation of the Russian, or the Soviet rather, railway units.
Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, so the biggest criticism of the game is the EB units, the Eisenbahn. Is it Eisenborn?
Yeah,
I think Eisenborn.
That's
barn.
the
Barn.
name of the room. That's why I couldn't find it. God.
The boys.
Yes.
Um,
um,
yeah,
yes,
two
they're
schools of thought on that one, I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Um, well, they're actually listed as division-sized units. I don't know if that's actually these ones are listed as division-sized units. I'm not sure if that's true in the actual pieces. I should go and have a look, but I'm not really
Mm.
that motivated. They are we'll call them magical units because things happen to them. For the Russians, they are enormously magical. If they get surrounded, the Soviet player can remove it from the map and put it anywhere else on the map. If they are destroyed, they come back the next turn in Moscow. And the only way you can stop their magic is by putting a German Panzer Divisional 3 into the Moscow hexes. And it's not clear. It says you've got to capture Moscow. So I assume it's all three hexes. It's not just one. Um, uh,
Uh, yeah, it's all about destroying the railway net.
yeah, yeah. And that's, in a way, I'm I think this very much fits into the Dunnigan design effect thing. Really, the Soviets relied very heavily on a very extensive net around Moscow in order to move their troops, and they invested very heavily in keeping those trains running and keeping the lines working and keeping the whole network up and fit to purpose. The Germans at this stage are actually theoretically, I know we've got these railway things, but actually at this stage they're pretty well running a truck-based supply system, or maybe even a horse and cart supply
Yes.
system.
No, I just finished Clavel's book on logistics.
Yep, and
Yeah.
and actually that would be a really interesting thing to talk about in a minute. But the the Soviets. So the German supply situation is really about constraining them from doing anything, whereas the Russian should not have a problem of supply, is the theory here. Um, but the Germans can get a problem create problems for the Russian supply if they get the breakout. If they get the breakout, the Soviets have got an awful lot of problems. So that's the supply situation just winds up being just another problem for them to deal with. So it just neatly fits into the design philosophy, but there's a lot of criticism about the Eisenbahns because you can see the way I've set them up, say probably in the south. They've formed a de facto second line, and the rules are silent on the notion of can they be used to maintain a continuous front. There is no provision in the rules to say only infantry or German combat units can do that. So my experience is this is pretty much that the Germans rip the lines apart. Continuous front violations are a really good way of earning points for the Germans. So bear that in mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so at this stage, I think the German army already was operating on an oil deficit.
Yep.
Oil demand for the German military, I think, was it something like 2,200,000 tons, and they're only producing with Romania half that, or less than half that. Even with another Romania, they still could not meet their requirement. So in terms of running supply at this stage of the war, it was a question of oil. It wasn't more than anything else, which is why they, right from basically 1936 onwards, were drafting horses into the army on a Napoleonic scale. Soviets, in contrast, still at this stage had not received any significant lend-lease supplies. but were nevertheless falling back on their supply centers. At the same time, the Soviets were restructuring their supply arrangements. And I think very soon after this game starts, they appoint a head honcho who starts shooting people on the railways because he assigned responsibility of the delivery of supplies to the railway network. And of course, that uncovered endemic corruption. And so a lot of people were purged as a consequence. But it's really the cusp, the turning point in the war, because of course with Moscow holding, that frees up the gates to Lend-Lease.
Yep.
When they can prove that they can hold.
Yep.
And by that time, it was all over. I think in the remaining years of the war, the Soviets actually make something like 130,000 trucks. Lend-Lease gives them something of the order of 600,000 trucks.
Jesus, as much as that?
Yes, well, peak, I think, in 1942, they got something like 140,000 trucks. And that is in addition to the tanks, to the oil.
And I didn't know this.
Boots. 19.4 million boots.
The other thing I didn't realise is that they made a hell of a lot of ammunition for them.
Yep. And of course, all they got back was gold.
Yeah.
But there's an argument to say that Soviet Union marched into Berlin with American boots.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think there's no question that really that the crippling biggest mistake ever, leave aside invading Russia, that was a bad move. But then to compound that error with an even worse error was to declare war against the United States in 1941.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And you basically picked the economic power of 70% of the world, or 60% of the world, to fight against.
And they've been waiting for an excuse to get involved in Europe anyway.
Yeah. Well, they needed an excuse. They Roosevelt desperately wanted an excuse. The argument goes, though, that he probably would have done something about it by the end of the winter of 1940, 41, 42 anyway. Sorry, 42. The end of the winter of 42, 43. Well, whatever you call it when you're in.
That would have been too late for the Russians.
Yeah. I think perversely, the Nazis were thinking that by declaring war on the United States, they were making a sympathetic decision in line with their allies, because the Americans had a de facto war in the Atlantic for 6 months before then.
Yeah.
And it's from their perspective, it's a whole series of provocations. But anyway, we digress.
Okay.
There's no air.
There's no air points.
No.
There's no air points. Supply is a factor. You do get, for the first 4 turns, you get a column shift in favour of your attack.
Oh, that's the air points.
I think it's just like, oh my God, we've got good weather.
Where was that rule? Sorry, I missed that rule.
I might have missed that too, actually. That might have been the scenario rules.
What? Oh, it's on the turn chart. If you have a look very closely at the turn chart, scenarios 1 through 8, it'll say on the side, I've just got to read sideways, increase German attacking odds by 1 column for the first turn.
Oh, for the first 4 turns?
First 4 turns. There you go.
Awesome.
Now, that applies to Overrun as well. Oh, no, wait a minute. Sorry. Attacking odds. No, it doesn't apply to Overrun.
All right. Okay. And our additional reinforcements, Bill, where do they come from?
They all come on the side of the map, on the west side of the map, and you are doing U and V. So if you lift up your units on the turn track, you'll see which ones are U and which ones are V.
You can.
So that is an X. So you're not getting that?
No, I've got. Units.
So this is all the possible reinforcements.
This is all the possible reinforcements.
So you've got to actually go through.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look.
That's a V, a W. That one's okay. That's a U. Okay, so
All right.
there's a bit of domestic confusion for the Germans figuring out which ones are going to get.
Yep.
Nicely played, Bill. Nicely
Well
played.
done. The other thing is, David,
Yep.
I saw your little sneaky maneuver and overstacking all your units, your Panzer units, as much as you could. I've unstacked them,
Sorry,
so you'll see that
I thought stacking was 3.
yeah, it is 3. But you had like
Oh, you're right. Yeah. That's fine.
so I've unstacked. You can
Yep.
you by all means feel free to rearrange your stacks. I've just broken it down.
Interestingly, Northern Commander has got a continuous line of units, and the Southern Commander has decided no, he's just going to have a continuous line with zones of control.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I had enough units to do it.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, did Daniel set up in the south? Because I don't think he's got enough to do anything.
No, I did set up in the south, and I gave him more in the north because there was more open space in the north.
Yeah.
So I figured that
What do you call a rel?
Arel.
Yeah. What do you call that area around there? Arel to Tulla. I don't know about you, but I call that open space.
I call that an open invitation.
I'm seeing some river, but I'm not seeing a lot of forest.
That's why the 3 Panzer stacks are in the south.
Okay.
Far south.
Well, you guys have obviously got a plan. You've obviously discussed it. I bet you haven't.
And you've played it 100 times before. So
Oh no, I've only played it about a dozen times, and I've already made a mistake in the setup. I got so excited, so I'm leaving that mistake there. So you should see it almost immediately, and good luck to you.
Yeah. So I think we should just go out for an all-out. We're going to just attack, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's seriously.
Kill as much things as
Yeah,
we can. And then
that's
run.
right. Yep. You've
Absolutely
got to
run.
find a hole and get as much through.
So I'm thinking we even run to the extent of actually losing a couple of divisions just to kill the RALnet.
You've got to get odds, winning odds. You've got to get 3 to 1. Now,
yeah, and that's bad.
Yes,
3 to 1 is
3 to 1's
not good.
Now you should do really well the moment you start killing 1/4s. You do really well at that, but the moment you get an EX on a Panzer division, that's when it starts hurting.
The other thing is that you can call before you roll to ignore a DR and re-roll.
Yes.
The Germans can.
Yes.
No, any attacker can.
Any attacker.
Any attacker?
Yep.
Damn, I didn't get that one through. Okay.
Anything else you want to try? Anything else? Anything else?
Not that there's many cases where that would.
I can promise you, there will be no Soviets attacking, unless I can get you leave a gap and I can get through some divisions to get onto your supply head. My brother's done that to me once before. That prick.
Yeah.
You've got to get a DR just to get a retreat.
Yeah. But
your difficulty really for the Russians, for the Germans, is what happens is you get these DDs, and what they do is they just your units just flip over. Or I should explain. So I'm just going to take one of the Panzers up in north and move it over here. So by right clicking,
yeah.
I've got disrupted. So okay.
Right. Yep.
And
Yep.
I can't remember why I created the overrun thing, but there's an overrun thing. I think
Okay,
that just says it's there for overrun.
Well, that's to mark the hexes.
That's to mark the units.
Well, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so supplies judged at the instant of movement, and then applies to the entire movement phase and the instant of combat.
Yep.
Right.
Standard. Everything else is pretty standard.
Yep.
The only thing you probably need to make sure you appreciate, and again it's also pretty standard, is the movement cost with zones of control.
Yep. 3 to enter, 2 to exit.
Yes, I think that's right.
All terrain is 2. All terrain modifications are -2.
Yep.
Really simple. Really
yep.
straightforward and terrifying in its subtlety.
No, terrain's not 2.
Woods
1 for infantry and 3 for mech for forest and swamp.
Yep. Okay. See, Daniel, we need to talk. You know what I mean?
Yes, he's completely right. I'd forgotten that too. But
And rivers have no effect. Really?
rivers
-2.
Movement.
have
-2.
they have an effect on the die roll. The other thing is, of course,
movement.
after the fifth turn,
They don't do that.
after the fourth turn, you're now dealing with weather, and that's going to slow things up really nicely.
Yeah.
So you got 4 turns to basically crack the Vyazma Fortress line. You want to be through past Rezev and Vyazma at that point. You should be able to do it.
Sure.
I've buggered up the setup, so you should be able to do it. All right. Germans, take your reinforcements. David, do your restackings. Germans, take your reinforcements, and I'm just going to go and get a beer.
So do you want to take all that armor and whack it right down south?
Well, you have to put it on the. Where does it come on?
Good question.
Probably the rail line, I would think.
Yeah. Because it's not actually in the rules, is it?
I just realised that's not in the written rules. It's obviously somewhere else.
Okay. It's on the map.
Of course it is.
All right.
Sideways. Enter the game anywhere on the west edge of the map.
Right. Yep.
North of the combat results table.
Okay.
So that's.
Oh, that's fine. You could put it.
It
doesn't have hex numbers.
No, it doesn't have X numbers.
Oh my goodness.
I did toy when I was making the module. I did toy with the idea of putting in hex numbers, but because of the shape of the map, and I didn't know about a certain feature of vassal maps. It really was hard to work out how to number it, and yeah, there were a whole lot of reasons. But maybe one day, now that I know something, I'll come back to it. I don't know.
Right, Daniel, you may as well keep on moving.
Oh, you mean bring them on? Yeah. Costs 1 to come on, doesn't it?
Yep, it's just the terrain of the hex.
Yeah.
Now, the EB, I can just move it up 1 hex, and that's moved.
Yes, yep.
Front line.
They move 1 hex.
It's almost like War in Europe. I think they did 3 hexes in War in Europe, didn't they?
No, 1 hex.
Was it?
Yep.
Oh, was it 3 hexes when they weren't repairing?
5 hexes when they it was 1 hex if they were clearing and 5 hexes if they were repairing.
Okay. So I need to take that out. I need 33 on each. I can't do that. Okay.
I would love for us to play the old War in Europe, the old first edition one, just the Barbarossa scenario, the first 20 turns.
Yeah. All right.
2, 3. Why have you got bigger stacks in the south than in the north?
I actually thought that because I normally find that when I played my brother, he liked attacking through Second Army Group.
Yeah.
He usually got the biggest exploitations happening there. So I just set it up the way I used to do it with my brother. Whereas you guys have set it up the way I like to do it.
It's going to be interesting.
I think I can get overrun odds here.
You'd be hard pressed to do it against a stack of 3, but you should be able to do it against 2.
Yeah, there isn't many of them.
Yeah.
No,
there's nothing. There shouldn't be very much on the line. In the forest, you might find 2s.
Okay, I've got 11 to 1 on that 1-4. 3 up from the south border.
Yep. Okay, so we'll just mark those as overrun.
Where's that come from?
I've just...
He's just right-clicked.
I can't see that.
Well, wait a minute. He might come up.
Why can't you see that, I wonder?
When was the last time you saw your optometrist?
Everyone's a comedian.
No, David is. I don't think you are.
Well.
Are you cannot see that they're marked overrun?
No.
I can. I'm running the current version of Vassal. I haven't rolled back.
I'm on 352.
Okay, that's fine. It actually the version of Vassal actually has no importance in this. It's the version of Vassal that the module was made in. So this is quite an old. This is like 3.1 something, I think, from memory. Oh, wait a minute. I know what might be the problem. Daniel, when you logged in, what did you log in as? German solo.
Oh no, I didn't specify.
Ah.
Oh,
And what did you log in as, David?
Germans.
And I'm in as... Hold on a moment. My current side is... Okay, Daniel, if you go up to retire and select German 2.
How do I retire?
Top left,
Yeah.
next to the units button,
Yeah.
there's a retire button. Click on that and go German 2. Hopefully that works.
Oh yeah. I'm in as an observer.
Yes. That's
okay,
interesting.
So I'm just going to come out, close it.
Okay.
And then I'll rejoin.
All right. Well, that's going
David, you can start your...
Okay. Yep, we'll do.
Before you throw these pissant 1.5s at me for?
It's going to slow your movement down. You're not going to be able to move.
I'm not going anywhere.
Actually, not asking me how to...
What's the matter, Daniel?
It's not asking me how to...
No, just go in, see the retire button, click the retire button.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And can you see German player 2?
No, it's only giving me observer.
You're not getting German player 2. I wonder why. What Vassal module did you say you had?
352.
Same one I've got. Go in as an observer for the moment.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I can't fix this now.
That's right. What if I change my Vassal?
No, don't go through an uninstall, reinstall. The only thing you're missing is sort of like whether units are disrupted or out of supply or anything like that. I wonder if I can knock something up while we're playing. Nah, I can't.
Right.
Let me have a look at units. Maybe I've got... Oh, look, Daniel, I've got some markers there. I did just to be on the safe side, so we'll use those. Okay. Now,
markers. Yeah.
So we've got out of supply and disrupted, which are pretty well all you're going to need. The overrun was just something I created, so don't worry about that. That was just a me mnemonic thing. We're okay. We're good. The markers will be your friend.
Okay. I'm going to put them.
You don't need to put any markers in at the moment. Except... Oh, wait a minute. I will...
You need to put one on the unit that's overrun.
Yep, I do. So, hold on a moment.
Right, is mine doing my movement, or are you doing your movement?
No, you go ahead, sorry.
I'm just going to use a German game turn marker, because...
Yeah.
How's that look?
Who the fuck is moving?
How's everyone's week been? David's had a cracker.
Yeah, I have.
Mine's just been super busy. And I went to the football last night. They played shocking.
Oh, good old Melbourne.
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Not to you. St Kilda and Melbourne are probably running close to my second and third favourite teams anyway. So.
Melbourne didn't play very well either, but we just played less well than them. It's quite hard to watch after 18 months of not being able to go.
Did you enjoy it?
Not really.
No. I mean, no, the atmosphere and...
Well, they were meant to have social distancing and everything. It was
Yeah.
a joke.
Yeah.
Absolute joke.
Yeah.
There was people packed in the areas we were in.
Do you know the way they do it? Because we've been to the basketball a couple of times. Do you know the way they do it there? They divide the stadium up into 4 quarters, and you can't move out of your quarter.
They did the same thing.
Yep.
They zoned it. But they would have had 5,000 people in a zone.
Yep. Yeah, but from their point of view, and from a health perspective, they think that they've, reduced the factor of infection down to, 1 quadrant or something until everyone leaves at once.
That's right. They go on the train and they go, they'll walk outside. And I think I saw 3 masks, except for the security people who had masks on the ground, but not the people who were in the stadium area.
Well, I don't know. Has St Kilda won? St Kilda hasn't won one yet, has it?
Yeah, they won the first match.
Oh, did they? Okay. All right.
WA.
Well, Carlton haven't won anything, so...
Completed movement.
Okay.
Yep. I'll just do ice bun. Yep. Good. All yours.
Yep.
I'm only marking targets of overruns, not the overrunning unit. Is that?
Sorry, say again.
I've marked an overrun as a target.
Yes. No, you just mark the unit you're overrunning with the overrun.
Yeah.
It's like in the game as they flip it over.
Right.
Okay. Now, David, infantry can't move from zone of control to zone of control.
Yeah, I haven't done that.
I know, I'm just telling you. Because I could hear you thinking it.
Did you hear that, everybody? He's implying that I'm cheating already.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, yeah.
No, I wasn't implying it.
I'm getting a bit.
One of my beers.
Yes.
What about you, Daniel? Your week's been busy, I know that.
No, we're crazy at the moment.
Yeah.
We're doing a refit out the back of the practice too, so that's...
Ugh. Renovations are always tough.
No.
So at the moment we've got 2 overruns.
I don't have enough oomph here. So where that overrun is, I need 22, and I've got...
Right.
4. Okay.
What are you drinking, David?
I'm drinking
Show us you can.
Bolter XPA,
Ah,
courtesy of Bill.
yeah.
Thank you.
What's it like? I was really curious about that one.
It's an XPA sort of sits between a pale ale and a IPA.
APA, yep.
Not as bitter, but this one's made in Sunshine Coast in Queensland.
Yep.
And dry hopped with, it's not telling me on the can, so I'm going to have to guess. Galaxy.
My memory is that all those.
I think.
What's the brand name?
Bolter.
Bolter. My memory of those sort of beers is they're really quite fruity. They.
No, this is clean.
Yeah.
Slight tropical notes.
I'm drinking I've in celebration of the cooler weather, I've pulled out a porter.
Right.
I'm done.
Yes, I know. Oh, sorry.
Right, do you want to roll straight into your attack? Why is Hitler on the front line?
He's leading from the front.
He doesn't trust his generals.
So I couldn't actually do anything with my overrun there because I needed another armoured unit to go through.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So, we are still in.
Wait a minute. Now.
The way it works is once you get 11-1 odds, you may as well do your attack then, because. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry.
We are still in movement. I've got an overrun.
Oh my God! I forgot.
Then we have combat.
Overrun. So at 11-1, you roll.
Yeah.
And you take your drop. You take your drops with that, but you're still actually technically in movement. But all the units that were involved in the overrun cannot move. Okay.
They can still attack.
They can still attack.
Yeah, and you can move into the vacated hex.
And you can move into the vacated hex. That's right.
Exactly.
That's how you get the hole. Okay.
Yeah.
So shall we move Mr. Hitler to where?
Do Mr. Hilter. Just click and drag him.
Just stuck him over near. I'll put him in Tula.
Yeah, you're going to need him again.
So that's 11-1. You're not in any terrain. Single die, isn't it?
Yep.
And it's a 6. That's probably good, is it?
11-1 at 6 is a DE. Please remove them to the. Okay, so you move them to the casualties box by right-clicking and say move to casualties or Control K.
Move to casualty.
Anyone deletes them, you're not going to get victory points for them. So that's.
So, and then I can advance after combat.
Yep.
So I'm just going to move. Oh, you can't go through the line. Oh, yes, you. No, you can't go through the line, can you? You don't have enough movement points.
Who?
You.
It costs him 5 movement points to go from zone of control.
Yeah. It costs actually 6 movement points. It's 3 plus 2 plus 1.
Right. Okay.
All right. So I've done my overrun.
Yep.
Do you want to move another unit into there?
I've already got 2 in there.
Yeah, move. You can move.
Oh, I can move.
No, he's too. All his panzers actually been involved in that overrun.
But can't they advance 5 as well?
Oh yes, they can. They can go in. Yeah.
Yeah, move 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go girl. Sorry, I thought you had 3 in the hex anyway.
No, he's only got 2 in that hex, and in.
3
sorry,
now.
I don't want to be a backseat general. I'm sorry.
Some weird stuff happening. Hang on.
Yes, and you can move your infantry in. By the way, yes.
No, it's full now. Okay.
It's full.
I've done that, David. You can do your overrun.
Okay, cool. Now, with my overrun, is he out of supply?
No, because he was judged to be in supply at the start of the movement phase.
No, but now it's still movement phase, isn't it?
Yep. All right, so that's 11-1.
Yep.
Do you want me to counter that for you?
Nah.
But, okay.
I just want you to roll a 1. Oh, 2. Well done. DEAD. Okay, so it's destroyed, but I'll read this out to you. The attacker chooses which units are disrupted but you must disrupt equal to the number of points.
Okay.
So 3.
Yep.
You could do a couple of infantry, would you?
Yeah.
And you can mark a unit as disrupted by right-clicking and selecting disrupted.
Yep. And we've got one. Damn it. There we are. I've got one there.
And by the way, you've just found the weakness of the line.
Yes.
Because this is just saying this unit was meant to be placed there, but for some reason it got placed there. So anyway, so it goes.
All right. So hold on.
I wouldn't be a Russian player unless I had weakness in my line.
All right. That's the end of my movement.
Yep. Okay, now your units will remain disrupted until the end of the next German movement phase.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do have secret help.
Do you? It's not the same without Nick.
Oh.
So is that your secret help?
Is it?
Oh! That's not secret help.
Very unhappy because he's on his own now, but we've got another one coming.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please don't tell me its name is Blondie.
No.
Oh, good.
His name's Hamish.
I knew that.
We've even got have we got the name? I told you the name for the new one.
No?
No.
It's a girl, Freya.
What is it?
Oh,
Freya.
right.
Freya. Oh.
Nordic German.
Yep.
Yes. It's goddess of fertility.
And the patron saint of Friday.
Yes. Oh no, or is that Frigg?
No, it's Friday. Freya.
Okay.
That's what I thought it was. Freya. I'm just being adamant and hoping everyone just goes, oh yes, well Bill sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
How do you get rid of the move tracks?
Oh, just hit the move button up the top, up the very top, far right. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yep.
There you go. Happy?
Very happy. All right. End of movement. We do combat now. You want to go first, Daniel?
No.
No? Okay. I have... What do I have? 6, 10, 11 to 2. That is 5 to 1 becomes 6 to 1 with -2 on the die roll because you're in the woods.
Yep.
Okay. Do you know the one I'm aiming for?
No. Yeah, come on, use the alt flash button, boyo.
What's the old flash button?
Alt click on the hex that you're attacking.
Alt click.
Right.
I bet I can't see that either.
No. Oh.
That's the over on
that one.
Oh, yeah, I can see that one.
How do you do that?
Yeah. Alt and then click with your mouse button.
Oh, I got two things. Right. That's nifty.
Oh, for God's sakes!
I've seen that in the module before.
I showed you this the last time.
All right, 6 to 1, -2 because you're in the woods.
Mm.
All right. 3.
1 is
Exchange.
Aren't you lucky you got some infantry there?
Yeah. All right. So you're deleted, and I lose 3. There and oh shit! Oh. Yeah, that's right. No, that's cool. I think that's cool. How many did I just kill?
Oh, hopefully more than me.
No, I killed 3. You killed 3. Okay, that's good. All right, and we will continue to here.
Yep.
How long has that been in?
3.5 that was introduced.
I never knew.
No, it's fantastic. Everybody's been screaming for this, and I even posted something I think in the thing, and they all just said, "Oh, just make a marker with an arrow pointing." It's like, oh, all right, okay, fine, I could do that. Or you could just program it and just have something cool feature that everyone can use. And they did.
I think a little nuclear blast would have been good. A little mushroom cloud going boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, really go down well the ancients, I'm sure.
Yeah, well,
Okay. Shit. 6, 12. I'm over stack. Wow. Fuck.
Oh, just unstack it.
Yep. 6, 12, 16, 19, 19, 24, 28, 32 to 3.
It is 10 to 1.
10 to 1.
In the clear.
It becomes 11 to 1.
Yes, it does. Roll a 1, you prick.
You're dead.
I am. Go on. Take my dreary little carcasses and put them in your dead pool. I want to explore a way of sort of like recording casualties. You know, if you're putting so many units into a thing and they're like 1 point per unit, you know, have a little counter that shows what the current dead tally is. I think you can do it in the game as it stands now, but I don't think anyone's ever done it.
What's 2 to 1 look like? Becomes 3.
terrible.
Becomes 3 to 1.
Yeah. Your minimum odds here really are 4 or 5 to 1.
Yeah. All right. That's it for combat for me.
Yep.
Okay.
You got your gap.
Yep.
Go for it. Uncle Daniel.
Yeah, I'm looking down. I'm looking for something to attack that I can actually get enough points on. 7 and 6 is 13 to 3. Okay. So we'll do a very risky one.
Yep. Yep.
I've got 13 to 3, 4 to 1.
Okay, 4 to 1, 5 to 1.
5 to 1.
5 to 1.
Yep.
You've got this, Daniel. I have ultimate faith in you.
I don't know. Actually, it's not very good. It's sort of exchange or retreat. That's about it.
You've got infantry.
Yeah. Your important thing about the retreat might be that it'll you can push an infantry unit into the gap and thus free up your panzers to do some movement.
Yeah. All right. I'm rolling.
Maybe I'm just
my roll thing. There is 2. Doesn't sound good to me.
No, it does not. That's
Daniel.
BR. Oh, it's sort of achieved.
Okay.
Yeah,
Isn't it AR? 5 to 1.
5 to 1 at 2. I see as BR.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah. Yep.
Because the goes to -1.
Okay, so you can retreat them. Can you split a stack on retreat? You can.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, split them.
What's that
Splitter.
Splitter. No.
It's the SS Panzer Division front of Judea, which is probably not a very political.
Okay, the attacker retreats the defender.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, but a BR, I think, you know.
Okay, that's fine.
There's really not a lot of... No, it's pretty awful. Okay, let's go further south. Okay, so we are hitting this guy.
Yep.
And I've got
Okay.
7 and 17, 23 to 3, 7 to 1, 8 to 1.
8 to 1. Is that including your shift?
Yeah.
Okay, knock it out.
6. It's got to be good.
That is a good one.
DE.
Yep. Bury the bodies.
There's no exploitation in terms of...
We got a mech move after this.
Yeah, you got a mech move after this. So, you know, the important thing is get your infantry up too. because it's then going to cover your flank while your armor moves away.
Yeah. God, I hate this. I don't have enough infantry there. I've only got one.
Yeah.
I'll put him there. And I don't think I can do much else. That's it.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to roll straight into mech movement?
All right. So, leading a zone of control
is let me see. It is +2. Sorry, is it 3 or 2? Oh God, I always get this around the wrong way. Hold on a moment. Zox. 2 additional points to leave a Zoc.
We're going to enter one anyway, so.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and Zoc to Zoc becomes 5.
Yep.
Plus
6.
the terrain.
Yep. So your infantry cannot ever move from Zoc to Zoc. Just be aware.
Doesn't have the movement points.
No.
Get him out of the way.
Oh, Nick's just checked in
Checked in with what?
on Messenger.
Oh, has he?
I wish
Oh,
I was
it's-
playing instead. I'm doing a paper on China-US relations. We should have played next war Taiwan.
Yeah.
I could have done both.
Yeah. He can join us if he wants. I've sent him the link.
Yeah, I know.
So, even if you just had us not playing in the background, maybe you can mention that.
We're too distracting.
We are not.
Oh, you know how he gets distracted every time we move a counter.
We'll go, David.
Are you done?
What, you expecting, you're doing it wrong.
No, I'm expecting. Oh, look, can I have those units and I'll move it.
Yeah, that's code for you're doing it wrong.
I just wish. Okay, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting.
Actually, I've just put myself out of supply, so I don't think I'll do that.
Yes, you have.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
That's why I have to leave my infantry where they were.
Yeah. Well, you could have got it with the 5-8 not being moved.
Yeah, sorry.
Yep. All right.
This
this
is the thing. You do not want to get yourself out of supply at this point in time. It is the only time you can do shit.
So let me know, Daniel, when I'm clear.
Paddles out. Clear.
Go.
Cool. All right.
See that China and Iran have hooked up.
Yeah, yeah. There's a dating app for countries, and those two have hooked up. Yep. Swipe right.
Is that international Tinder or something?
Yep. Well, I mean, I think the US have come to the opinion that China's going to invade Taiwan at some point in the not too distant future.
Well, yes,
I'm not entirely sure that that's actually the case, but
well,
do you know the amount of sea mines in that part of the world is just phenomenal.
They're doing the sort of the more waving the big stick and taking stuff.
Yep.
and no one's pushed back much on them.
Oh no, I mean the probably from the West. The interesting thing I think really has been is this strange little development of the United States, Japan, India, and Australia.
Who cops all the shit? Australia.
But that's fine. That's fine. Look, seriously, look. Do you see our GDP being affected by any of this? Because I can tell you it's not.
We could slap them back with his iron ore.
Well, no, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. That's the thing is you don't. No one wants this to escalate. Okay, including the Chinese. No one wants this to escalate. Everyone wants to make a point, and everyone wants to win that point.
That's the problem.
Yeah, and here's the funny thing from the economic point of view, which is really what this is about at the end of the day. So China bans originally, I think, barley was the first crop that copped it. So they then had to hunt around to find a replacement barley crop.
No, put our prices up because we sold them somewhere else.
That's exactly right. So what they did was they wound up buying from Argentina. Argentina, because the way this works is that if they're going to buy the crop replacement, it's got to be at the same latitude as the one that it's lost. This is a really unappreciated point. If you don't want to disrupt your market, if you buy from the southern hemisphere, you've got to find a replacement in the southern hemisphere, because if you buy from the northern hemisphere, you're going to wait 2 seasons before you can get to that stuff. So so what they did was they bought the Argentinian crop. The Argentinian crop grew to expand as much as it could, but it needs another 3 seasons to meet the demand that it's just got to meet. So it can't do that. So what does Australia do? It sells its crop to Argentina, who then sells to China. It's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy.
They've had another go at wine again too.
Yep. And seriously, wine's a big industry, but it's not a massive industry. It's just
It's not Australia-wide.
No, it's a big it's a big industry for a lot of small people.
Yes.
But the thing is that, again, so they're going to replace that wine. They're not replacing it from Europe. They're replacing it from South America, for example.
Yeah,
and what are we doing? We're now selling the grapes on bulk to South America, who then crush them, rebottle them, and send them back to China. This is crazy. This is just a whole new level of crazy.
Can I just ask a question of my German colleague?
Mm-hmm. No, don't ask him. You can't move there.
No. Is that in your command zone?
I put it there, but
because I haven't used it.
No, I moved that there.
Okay, that's fine. Because so I'm north of Smolensk, right?
Hang on, no, I couldn't have moved there because I didn't make an attack there.
Exactly. I'm just thinking we missed an attack.
No, that's not mine. That's yours, isn't it?
Is it? Okay.
Or is it? No, that might be mine. Maybe I missed an attack there. We better do that.
Yeah, we better do that.
And David, your 5/8s can't move there.
18 to 3 is 6 to 1.
There.
1 shift to 5.
They've got it. They can't move into the zone of control. They just don't have. They don't have the movement points.
Right. Okay.
That's a 5 to 1.
Right. Roll.
Is
5 to
6 to 1.
A 6. DEAD. No, exchange. Sorry.
Okay.
So I need to get 3. Let me just get rid of them. And then a 2. I have to take 2 2s, don't I?
Yeah. This is where it's going to hurt.
Okay. So I haven't moved them yet either. Well, that's annoying. So I'm just going to make. I didn't. Right. I'm just spreading those 2 out because I.
Yeah.
I'm just going to ask Nick if he's got his procrastination out of the way. Did you send the invite to Nick?
Yep, I certainly did.
Mm.
I wasn't clear whether he was saying that he was going away this weekend or whether he was studying, because there were two instances.
I thought he was going away and he had
Yeah.
to go early because of
Yeah.
floods or something.
Yeah.
Maybe he's doing both. Okay, so I've done my attack and mech move now, David.
Okay. Oh. All right. So it's the Russian turn.
Oh, it is! How cute!
What's out of supply?
You'd be surprised, but I think probably close to nothing.
Okay, so just an important rule clarification.
Yes.
So German zones of control do disrupt supply lines, but Soviet ones don't.
That's a good point. Just let me.
That's correct.
I'll take your word on it because I just can't remember.
That might have made a difference down south when I did that.
It's an important point because if that is the case, then we need to be a bit more courageous in our panzer advances.
Overrun. I'm looking for supply, aren't I? Combat, weather, continuous light overrun, rail movement, Eisenborn, victory conditions. No, where's my supply rules? Hello?
In supply.
Yeah? Hello? Who is it? Oh. Hold on a moment. I've got to deal with this domestic issue.
All right. Now, let's move the units.
Supply is straight after stacking. Okay.
Yeah.
German supply. It's under effects of supply. No, it's under D2. Russian controlled hexes do not cut German supply lines.
Actually, I was thinking, do you think there's a market for rewriting the old SPI rules? Not to change them, but to present them better.
Sort of, you mean a gift market as opposed to making monetary returns on it?
Well,
you're not going to make anything on it.
Oh, I don't know.
Sorry about that.
We just need Jim to say, "Yep, no problem. Here's my endorsement and signature." I think you could monetize that.
And then a Kickstarter it.
No, not as a Kickstarter.
Imagine the flack you'd get when you put them out.
Yeah.
I could even tell you the people who'd start the flack.
Yeah, true.
Two names jump immediately.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention it.
Yeah, just talking about the old creed. You see Alnoff's post on Facebook today?
Which one?
Well, yeah, every day he does this is what happened on this day.
Yeah, oh yeah.
This day, Rear Admiral John Wilcox was swept off the back deck of his battleship in 1942 by a rogue wave.
It wasn't rogue. It knew what it was doing.
Oh, I don't know. I just didn't know the story.
Was he a popular admiral? Is that the sort of naval defenestration?
But don't know. Don't know. It cost you 2 to exit.
Yep.
Was it cost to go across a river?
Nothing.
Okay.
I can always move one hex. I can always move one hex.
Oh, yeah.
6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what? I think I'll just stay there. Oh, reinforcements. They're not many, but they are useful. And reinforcements for the for the Soviets enter. I think from Moscow, is it?
Yeah.
No, east edge of the map. Sorry. So 30 hexes from the east edge of the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Is it 30 per movement point? Oh. It's amazing when you think you know something so well and it's just like these little rules you just forget about. Railway.
The rule for it, you can always move one hex. Does that include? There's one exclusion to that, which is moving Zoc to Zoc.
Zoc to Zoc. Yep.
Yep.
And that's J, by the way, because I'm just looking in that moment there. A unit may, unless otherwise indicated, always move one hex, even without being able to expend sufficient movement point, unless it is moving directly from one Zoc to Zoc. But I am looking for rail movement. There are 3 steps moving the rail first. I'm just trying to remember. 25% must be. Soviet units may only units may roll. Is it 30? Is it 30? Why do I think 30?
Is there something else you can move while I check that for you? Said the friendly German.
Yes, could you? I'm looking at the rail movement rules, which are. Sorry, I'll come back to that. That's 30 there. All right, okay. I want 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, keep them going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Let's take that back, and then it's like 5, 6,
you may not
7, 8.
Have more than 9 units moved by rail.
Yep.
I'm
only moving 1, so.
Yep. I have a nasty suspicion here. Think back to the genesis of wargaming.
Yeah.
You can move as far as you like.
No, it's not that.
Oh, well,
no. It's.
You must be on a. You must be on a start on a movement a rail hex.
Yep.
you must expend 50% of your movement allowance to entrain.
Yep.
And entrained units may move up to 30 hexes.
There you go. Okay, all right.
Right. Third, it must expend 1/4 or 25% of its movement points to detrain.
See, it's buried in there, isn't it? So it's 30 movement points per...
Yeah, but exactly.
30 rail points per movement points.
Yeah, so you can 50% to entrain, 25% to detrain, then you can move.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. So you can, and everything that comes onto the map is automatically entrained.
Yep, correct.
So, okay, so I've moved 30 to there, and then I'll move 30 to there. That's, now I've moved 2 movement points. So I'll just stop there. And reserve is chockers.
Yep, you just have to mark if you're entrained or not.
I don't need to because I've detrained.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. Okay. So that's fine. Okay. I'm going to move that. I'm going to move that. I'm going to move that. And I'm going to stay that way because you seem to be bogged down quite nicely and that makes me happy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll pop you there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll pop you there. And I'm just going to move one of you there. 2 there.
Now, Daniel, do we need to organise our reinforcements for turn 2 in terms of V? Okay.
3-8. And what else is
there? Additional mobile troops from Army Group South diverted to offensive in September. Or is it U? So no, U and V. Yep. So where do we get Army Group South from?
Sorry.
I think they all came on the same place.
Right.
Everything comes on from the edge of the map.
Yeah. But what are the army units of Army Group South?
I can tell you that actually. Funnily, you should ask. But anything that is marked with a V.
Oh, okay.
V units are Army Group South.
Right. How?
You have to move the units on the reinforcement track to look underneath them to see if they're V or not.
Yep.
U or V.
You want U or V.
Right. But you're still doing your turn, Bill.
I am done, in fact, actually.
Okay. All right.
My turn is done. Sorry. No attacks.
All right.
And I don't get a mech movement phase, so...
Turn 2.
Okay. Right. So, where do...
We get a 3-8, we don't get the 6-8, that's W.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Okay, you take 3-8.
You don't get the 4-5, that's X.
Okay, you take the 3-8.
4-5's interesting. That's what a normal German infantry division rested in France looks like.
Yeah, double what one in Europe.
Yeah, that's what double what one looks like at the end of 1941 in Germany, in Russia.
We're running out of bodies.
Yeah.
Are you moving, David?
Or do you want to move first? I don't mind.
You can go.
All right. I'll move first then.
I meant to tell you something, David. I have a really interesting book which I should lend you, which is about the logistics for the Battle of Kursk, amongst other things.
Oh, okay.
And it tells me something really interesting, like things like how many carriages required to move a infantry division, and that is really interesting because it just shows the intensity of the network from the German point of view in moving divisions by rail. It takes 80 carriages, so that's going to be more than 2 trains.
Yeah.
To carry one infantry division by train in 1943, when the divisions were actually smaller than they were when they invaded Barbarossa.
Right.
I've forgotten. It does actually say what it costs to move a Panzer division. It's like
Damn
it's
it.
20 trains or something.
Okay, Bill, can you let Nick into the?
Oh, is he joined? Has he?
Yeah.
Uncle Nick.
Hello, Nick.
Hang on. Hello.
Hello.
Thought I'd just drop in and see what was happening. Oh.
Nothing. Nick, if you've got Vassal, you can open it up and.
Yeah, I did. I've just opened it. Why is my camera not working? I don't know.
we don't, Nick. Technically, we don't need.
With that.
Hold on a moment. I've just got to answer the door.
Okay, that's different. What are the sides?
I've got the northern.
Germans.
I'm just moving the north part of the German offensive.
Mm.
Daniel's in the south and trying to achieve a breakthrough without much.
Daniel's Bulgarian.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. And Bill's Russian.
Yes.
Well, I'm not Russian. I'm just cruising.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. The game looks nice with the redone counters.
Oh, imagine what a little bit of a spruce up will do. That's what Decision Games has been working on for years.
Yeah, but when they do that, they then go and change the rules and make it completely unplayable.
But what's interesting is you don't need much on the map. Like the map's just 3 colors.
Yeah,
and it works really nicely actually.
Yeah, I was saying in my prefatory remarks when we were talking about this, the boys, the problem, if this for me was never, I have never done a Vassal module where I've combined an old thing with a new thing. And this was my first time, and I think it worked
new
really.
Being the counters, you mean?
The counters being new, and I think it works really great. And again, I don't know who you are, wherever you are. A shout out to the guy who did these. They are terrific. They just pop.
And they're nice. They're simple, and the colours work really well. So.
And if you really wanted to get sexy about it, you had an order of battle, and maybe you wanted to introduce some sort of command control arrangement. There's the color bar on each of the units. You could do that. You could make it core friendly or whatever. But that would be a 1975 or 76 game. This is a 1972 game.
Yeah, you can see it's 72 because it's all blue.
Yep.
How many turns have you done? What are you up to?
We're just doing the German second turn.
Okay, you haven't got very far.
Well, they found the accidental gap that I left, so I'm impressed.
Yeah. Where was that?
Up in the north.
I'm moving the map, and I'm guessing that's not allowed.
No, you can move the map. Don't move anything on the map, and you should be fine.
Cool. So where's your north-south demarcation?
Just south of Smolensk. That armor unit just on the south of the river below Smolensk is mine.
Okay. Pushing forward nicely towards Orel there. Oh, there's a big stack of Germans there. Wow. Bryansk. What's is there anything? Is this? I've never even looked at this before. Is this just got really basic standard rules, or is there
absolutely basic standard?
funny overrun rule where you actually get up, you move up, get 11 to 1 on somebody, that turns them over, and you can go through them, and then you do the combat at 11 to 1 after you finish movement.
No, not at the you do it whenever you get 11 to 1, and then the idea being that you can
No, you don't.
no, when you get 11 to 1, the units are turned over.
Yes.
They are ignored for all purposes.
That's just what I said.
Yep. Oh well, no, yeah, but you can move through them.
Yes.
Right, and then you can combat them.
Yep.
If you want to.
But then you've got to still have enough units left at the end of the movement phase to do your 11 to 1.
Do you?
Yes. You still got to do you still got to roll the 11 to 1 attack.
Yep. You don't have to do it at the end of the phase. You can do it any time you've got it. But
no,
but-
I don't think so.
no, you can do it any time.
It reminds me of someone else does a similar overrun like that, where it's really strange like that.
The idea being that what happens, you've brought your 11 to 1 up, then you bring up extra units to take the
At
losses.
the end of the movement phase, roll the die and consult the 11 to 1 column on the proper combat results table.
Oh, okay.
But what happens? Where do
I
you
think-
have to have your 11 to 1 units next to it, or
Yep.
They don't have to be in a single hex.
They don't have to be in a single hex. Just get the 11 to 1 units there.
so you get the 11 to 1 and then you leave them, and then everything else rushes through.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, cool.
I suppose that's where I'm that's where I'm going with this.
Another set of rules does that. I can't think who does it.
This
Well,
is hard.
I know it's David. Shit. Fuck.
Not just
No,
yet.
no, he hasn't done it yet. He's
No,
enjoying
no.
himself.
Don't
I
talk
don't
good.
expect that for another probably 3 or 4
David, you're
turns.
overstacked.
Where?
Above the 110 Russian unit.
Oh yeah.
They're tiny combat factors.
Yeah.
That's what happens if you invade Russia and it's 3 months later.
Yeah. Oh, I can see the hole going towards Vyazma. The SS is punched through.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's not SS. They're actually Panzer units. They're not.
Oh, okay.
There's no. It's just like.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
There's SS inflation.
Yeah. It's like. Wouldn't it be great if we just coloured everybody SS?
So all the mechanized are black and the infantry are grey. I see. Yeah.
What have I got?
Wow, those panzers are 6 against 1. Wow, that's big factors.
Yeah. Wait until you see the combat results table.
Oh, yeah, I heard it was quite brutal.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Does exchange mean that you lose all defenders and
Equal amount of attackers. Doesn't matter what. Equal amount.
and half exchanges is all defenders and half the attackers?
Yes.
Right. So you're going to lose. All right. So the panzers attacking by themselves are a bit risky. Do they
Yeah.
have
Oh yeah.
Do they turn over for steps, or are they one
No.
sided?
Well, yes, they do. They do. I've actually made them as separate counters, and I did that for a reason, which is that it was sort of like keeping within the philosophy of the game, which was just separate counters.
Right.
And I had the separate counters, and I didn't do them flip-sided. But yeah, there are conf groups, but it's not. What happens really is a conf group. A Panzer Division turns from a 6-4, 6-8 into a 2-8.
Oh, I see some 2-8s. Yeah. Is it?
And those 2-8s are actually pre-started conf groups.
Right. But that's what the 6-8s and 5-8, 4-8s become.
Yep.
Oh. All right. So if you're punching ahead with your panzers at 8 to 1 and you get an exchange, it's like, oh, that's not good.
Yep.
Okay.
And the thing is that there should be just like this constant racking up of Soviet German victory points, because they're just killing stacks of Russians, and then one exchange just resets everything from the point of view of the victory points.
And their replacements?
There are actually.
I see some reinforcements.
And I don't think we're playing that, but there is a rule that allows for the Germans to bring back 125 per turn, but that's
infantry. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. So your panzers are your panzers.
You don't lose your panzers early. Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right, I'm done.
Oh, he's pushing towards Rzhev.
The first 4 turns,
That
Nick.
German replacements rule,
Yeah.
it's really strange because it reads as though it's an optional rule, but it doesn't say that.
Yeah, it's an optional rule.
Okay.
It's, I like the scale and the dates on it. It covers. It's a good size.
It is a good
Going
size.
every
It's
day.
these Kursk system divisional size games were absolutely terrific in terms of the area they covered and the battles they covered. It was so enjoyable.
Yeah. So how's your essay coming along, Nick?
Well, it's a 1,200 word paper, so it's not very long.
Oh, it's
Oh,
quite
it's
a lot.
off.
And
Shit.
I've written 1,200 words and covered half the topic. So I've now stopped and gone, oh, I need a break because I have to delete half of it, which is really annoying. So, yeah.
Yep.
That was
But at least I've got a structure there. So
that was my problem with because we had what they called short essays and then long essays, and the short essays were always about 1,500 words, and the long essays were about 3,000. And you do the 1,500 words, and you suddenly realise about a Shakespeare play or something, and it's like I'm only halfway through, and it's like you've got to trim it down, boy.
Oh, that's horrible.
And it is grievously painful to trim
One of
something
the
down.
lecturers described it as killing your babies.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
And,
and the thing is, and your lecturers are probably telling this, you have to do that because that's what we made you do. That's why it's 1,500 words. We want to know succinctly what you know and what you think.
The other downside is I'm used to footnoting, where this one uses Harvard, so in text.
In text ones.
In text counts against word, and you lose about 100 or so words from a horse. Like,
and you can't, and they won't allow you to do that.
So I don't understand that. How does that encourage diversity of sources?
I don't know. I think that's weird. I think that should be excluded.
I think
because I have a thing. My approach is for every footnote, I normally try to use 2 or 3 sources. So it looks like I haven't relied on one book. And the more I put in, the worse my word count is. It's really annoying. So
are you using Word? Because I think Word can.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I think in the center of the line where I've got the 2 3/8 and the 4/8.
Yep.
If I move them north, I can actually pocket all of the.
Whoa.
I say we go for it.
Why not? That's your job.
Yep. If you haven't built a pocket out of this in the first 4 turns, you're useless.
You've got a clear path to do it.
Yeah, I have. So I mean, it means we've got. I might be able to supply. No, I won't be able.
No, you won't be able to supply. It's just going to have to be a gutsy turn, and we need this kind of daring.
Yeah. When does supply get checked? I'm looking at the sequence of play now.
Start of the combat, at the moment of combat, and at the start of movement phase.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
very standard SPI.
Yep.
Shit. That 3.
Just quietly, Nick. One of the problems they've got is when they create a pocket, they don't move.
Why don't they move?
What do you mean they don't move?
Well, if they're not, if the way this game is won is by moving.
Oh, I see. They're slowing down.
They're slowing. They create a pocket. They slow down.
But yeah, it's tricky, isn't it?
I know.
You can't get rid of them.
Yep.
But if you create pockets, you slow down.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, but look, I say do it.
Yeah.
2 against the 1 becomes a 4-1.
Yep. You're going to get
victory. Becomes a 5-1.
You're going to get victory points. You'll be happy.
And you roll an exchange.
And this is not the time to take advance from the Russian player.
5-1 isn't really great. There's a lot of attacker retreats and exchange. In fact, at 5-1, you're not going to kill anything unless you lose some of your own people. So, okay. Sure.
It's a risk, but...
Oh, I assume that there's...
We're not going to get Moscow without being desperate.
I assume that if you retreat into a Zok, you die?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I love the fact that these rules can probably be summarized into 3 paragraphs.
Exactly right. And
Yeah.
so the thing is that, and this is the attraction of the system. This is, and we were saying right at the start, this how much of the wargaming intellectual property is built on these games.
Mm.
I have to admit, I'm really enjoying this. Part of that's the unfamiliarity with the game because I haven't played it before. I'm not a big fan of Moscow campaigns, but this is so simple, so clean, and so devilishly subtle.
It's so cunning. I was expecting a Blackadder quote.
Keep tail on it and call it
It is as cunning as a fox inside a weasel.
Tail on it and call it a weasel.
All right, I'm getting a nail.
You're getting me one, seeing I paid for them.
Oh, you have to create a continuous line. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Oh, you can't just leave. I like that because otherwise you can just. I found that with one of Ty Bomber's games, you could just send stuff running all over the place, and there'd be all these huge gaps everywhere.
Yeah. Yep. Oh well, and you know what? Yep. I think right at the start we said, "Oh, Nick would like this rule."
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a sensible rule.
It is a sensible rule.
In actual fact, I think I've warned the guys that there's a lot of scope for the Germans to pick up some points that way.
Well, you get points if they don't do it.
Yep. You got to have it. If you don't have it, for every hex that's not covered,
every
1
hex
point.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Oh, so if you smash a hole, you can get a whole lot of points that way. Oh, that's interesting.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I
like Moscow
I'm
game.
going to do my attacks.
Okay, and the current standing is 12 German points to 7 7 points from the Soviets. So you're a long way from your 3-1, guys.
I've got an overrun, so we're still doing movement, Daniel.
Yeah, I've done it.
Yep. All right. So you've finished movement, Daniel?
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing an overrun. Doing it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a total of 8, 16, 21, 20, 21, 27, 27, 31, 37.
Yep.
11 to 1. No other modifications. And here we go. 4.
D8.
D8.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I got a DE. That's a good one.
And you've broken their continuous line.
You have to.
No, you haven't.
Haven't you?
No.
Oh, you got the other one behind.
Yeah.
Ah, the
They're gonna
second
have-
line.
Why is it not broken? Because there's that huge gap where the Germans are.
Trace from the top of the map to the bottom of the map by zone of control.
It's got a secondary line.
I've got a secondary
your
line.
secondary line. Oh, yes, of course.
Those
Yeah.
EBs
fuck.
have zones of control.
Sorry?
Yeah, zones of control.
Yep. Zones of control are included.
Ah, that's really cool. The secondary line's helpful.
Yeah. Okay. If that makes us, we're into movement now.
No, we're ready for combat.
No,
Oh,
into combat.
Yeah. All right. Do you want me to continue, Daniel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just say, I want to play this again, but I want to play this to the Germans.
Okay. Do you see what he just did there?
I did see what he just did there.
Nick and I'll do it as the Germans.
This is from what happens when you've played it multiple times before.
11, 15.
I'm so certain I'm gonna have a Noto moment.
Right. 21. to 2, which is out of supply.
Sorry, which one? Can you bang the map for me?
Yeah.
Yep. 21 to 2, yep.
You're right. So
And am I? Yes, I am out of supply. Yes, at the moment of combat, yes, I most certainly am.
okay.
So 21 to 1. So it's 11 to 1.
All right. Okay.
10 to 1, 11 to 1 almost.
4.
4. That is a DE.
Get those infantry up.
Whoa, hammering through now.
Yeah, I think in the second turn they're starting to understand what they've got to do.
All right. And then we have 4, 6. 6 to
Yep. 6 to 2.
6 to 1
6 to 1, sorry, you're right. 6 to 1.
becomes a 7 to 1
Yes, it does.
minus 2.
First 4 turns.
Oh, okay.
And minus 2 because you're behind a river. Yes?
Well, that's nasty. -2.
3. What did we say? 6 to 1, 3. Exchange.
Fucking hell.
Oh.
So
Hope you got some infantry.
yeah, I do have it.
Rate of 1 or a rate of 2?
It's face strength, so you've got to do a face strength
2.
exchange. Oh, Nick, you and me.
David, the next one down.
Yep.
Where my 4-8 armored unit is.
Yep.
If we use your 2-5 and my 4-8.
And we negate the terrain benefit, it becomes 6 to 1, 7 to 1.
6 to 1, 7 to 1.
Bang the map. Bang the map. I can't see the combat.
I can.
Yep.
Okay.
No, I'm thinking in
Oh
terms
no.
of
Actually, we are talking. No, that's the one. You were doing that one.
Yep.
7 to 1.
7 to 1. Wow.
6. That's 6, 7 to 1.
Oh, that's dead.
Yep.
I reckon.
7 to 1. Give me
no,
an
it's a half exchange.
Now,
Advance.
7 to
who
1.
advances, me or you?
I do.
Well, it doesn't matter which one you do.
No, I do because then,
You cross the river.
yeah, I'm across the river. Your 4-8 becomes a lot stronger, and we are cool now.
And I just wait a minute, just to check. I just want to check, but I think my memory is that you guys are still in supply
Yes.
yeah,
because my zone of control doesn't
doesn't negate.
block your supply.
Was that a half exchange or a DE?
No, it was a 6 to 1. Sorry, what was it? 6 to 1 or 7 to 1?
7 to 1.
7 to 1. Yeah, at 6. Yeah, DE. It was a DE.
Yeah. Okay.
You sure the 4-8 shouldn't?
The 3-8.
No, the 2-5 that you just moved across.
Yeah.
I just
What?
wonder.
Why wouldn't we? You can't.
Well, no, because I can move again, can't I? So it's all right.
Yeah.
Well, not in the mech movement phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
So
only
we've
the
got
armor
the
can
same
move. Yep.
thing below that, but we haven't got the odds against it, so that's not going to work.
What about this? Hold on. This one.
Yeah, that's like
That's 5 to 1,
He's
6.
1.5.
That's
3 to 1.
5, 10 to 3. That's 3 to 1,
1.
4 to 1. That's 4 to 1.
Unless you get
What?
a 3, 4, 5, or 6. Which you could
5
get.
to 1.5. Yeah. 4 to 1 becomes 5 to 1.
Sorry. 5 to 1.5 is 3 to 1.
Yeah. Yeah. But we get a shift.
Yeah, 4 to 1.
4 to 1. Okay. Beg your pardon. Anything but a 1.
No,
Yours
anything.
No. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm just trying to work it out. So, wait a minute. There's 5 to
Both
3.
retreats fine because he'll die. And
Yeah.
we
A one's an attacker retreat.
So that's
Anything-
actually 10
just
to
don't
3.
run an
That's
AR because that'll. Well, actually, it doesn't do anything. But just
10 to 3 is 3 to 1, 4 to 1. I make it 4 to 1.
actually,
There's
an AR
no
does do something.
5
Anything
to
but
1.
1 or a 2.
You're on a
Yeah,
5 to
roll
1.
the die.
5 to 1. 5 to 1. Roll a die.
No.
Why
Yeah.
are we on 5 to 1?
We've
That's
got
4 to
5
1.
against 1.5.
No, well, I'm doing it this way. I did it double. So 5 is 10
Why are we double?
to me halved. Because
4 to 1.
I'm 3.
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah, he's doing it easier. He's doing, instead of 6 to 1.5, he's doing 12 to 3, which is 4 to 1. And then +1 is 5 to 1.
Yeah.
But we're 5.
No, yeah.
So we're 10 to 3.
You're 5 to 3. So I'm now 1.5.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it the other way round.
Yeah, 10 to 3. It's
10
4 to 1.
Yeah.
Guys, I rolled a 6.
4 to 1 plus
6 doesn't
1
matter.
for the shift.
No, it's not 4 to 1 though. It's 3 to 1.
It's 3 to 1
Plus a shift.
plus a shift. I rolled a 6.
Yep.
It's DR. You're dead.
Yep. It's amazing how many times we argue about exactly the same thing.
Yeah, and then we all just stop and go, I think we're agreeing.
Yeah, wait a minute. Are we agreeing? Yeah, we're agreeing. Damn it.
Oh, look, punching holes everywhere.
Okay, so now that's your attack.
Oh, no. Wait a minute.
What? I got another one. Okay.
Yep. I have a total of 5.
Bang the map, always bang the map. Makes
did.
it easier for me.
5 to 1.
Becomes 6 to 1.
I'm not seeing a banging
Minus
map.
2.
I'm not seeing a banging map.
Up in the north.
That's it. That's what I want to see.
What do you reckon, guys? 6 to 1?
1 minus 2.
6 to 1, subtract 2 from the die roll. Yeah, go on, do it.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Where's 6?
3.
6, 4, 5, is it?
1.
5 to 1? Oh, plus your shift. Sorry.
Yep.
Both. What'd you get?
Exchange.
Exchange.
And you've achieved absolutely nothing.
All right, I'm done. Over to you, Daniel.
All right.
Do I get my disrupted units back now?
At the end of the turn.
Right, okay.
Oh, were you at the combat phase? Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, you do. Because they were disrupted from overrun. Yes, they are. Undisrupt them. Nick, the terrifying thing for the Russians here is that we don't do anything. We just
What do you
defend. There will be no attack.
I was going to say, there's no point in attacking
No.
because, although, what do you have to get to not lose?
They've got to get.
Can't you attack panzers and try and get some exchanges?
I can't attack. I just simply don't have the odds. I've got my biggest unit is a 1.
You need to get to 4 to 1 to be able to,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
risk.
There's
No,
no Russian attacking. All this is about exchanges and extraordinary clever defending. It
Yeah.
really, really, really is it's a great game if you just want to be passive aggressive.
Yeah, I was going to say, just no. If you've got a Panzer of 5, you're not going to get 25
No,
strength.
no, exactly. I need to take half the units on the map to attack one unit.
That's strange.
Okay, we're attacking at. Oh, hang on. Alt. That one.
Yep.
And I'm attacking with the 2 stacks with the panzers in it.
Yep.
Which is 7
And
22,
15. So 22 to 3 is 7 to 1.
Becomes 8 to 1.
8 to 1. 8 to 1. Am I in swamp?
Oh, you're in a city.
I believe I am in swamp.
He's in swamp.
In swamp?
Doesn't really matter, does it? They're both minus 1.
Minus 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Minus
all
2.
terrain's -2, I think, isn't it?
Yep.
I just had a look at that.
Oh.
What did we say? 7 to 1 with swamp. 8
8
7
to
1?
1.
8 to 1
8
with
to 1.
swamp. With swamp. So 8 to 1 subtract 2 from the die roll. Roll away, my friend.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, that's not good.
Both retreat.
Both retreat. Oh, it's probably better than losing a unit.
Well, defender retreats first.
You have to.
Oh, but they still got to attack swamp.
Okay.
This is great, Nick. All we have to do is just sit here and drink and talk.
This is tough.
No, it isn't. Life is good.
I'm not sure if this would work so well as a 4-player because 2 guys doing Russian would get a bit bored. I would have thought. One
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. Well, that's.
No, no, no.
I'm not doing all. My turn was over in about 4 minutes.
Okay.
I disagree.
We're attacking that one now.
It'd be later at the end of the game when you start to get a
Great.
counter-attack facility.
2, 4.
You need one Russian player to move the units. The
Actually,
other
you're
Russian player holds a gun to that.
I like it. I like it.
Wake up.
Yeah, sorry.
attacking somewhere.
Your guys in that spot.
Yep.
That
Are out of
spot,
supply. Yep.
are out of supply.
Yep.
Okay.
Worked that out some time ago, but that's
Okay.
okay. Which one are you attacking first? Left or right?
The red one.
Okay.
So
So
that's 1.5. And I'm attacking him with 9 and...
How do you use the circle thing? I'm learning so many things in this game.
Alt and click.
Right.
Oh, you bugger. Will you stop moving me?
And we can do it there.
We've got ECM happening here. It's
You could do it on the combat is.
I'm a Russian player. I'm not here to make you happy.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
17 to 1.5.
Sorry, say again.
11 to 1.
11
to 1.5. Includes the 2
11 to 1.
stacks and the 2-5 at the bottom.
Yep.
Yep.
It's 11 to 1
Okay.
because of the
Yep.
shift.
Make a roll. 3. That's not a good roll. It's a great roll. DAD.
Well, you're disrupted, is it?
Yeah, so he has to turn over the equivalent of 3. Is it right? It's 3 strength points that are disrupted.
Okay.
Oh, they just can't ever attack for a full turn. That's not too bad.
So because they're disrupted, right? Now, because of the way this works, Daniel, you'll need to use a marker.
Can I put a disrupted click?
Well, you could try, but
You just did it.
no one can see it. That's the trouble.
What happened?
That's
Oh,
your...
I can see one.
I
Yeah.
can
I
see
can
it.
see it.
Oh, okay. You've done it. Sorry, I lied. That worked.
So I can advance if I want to, can't I?
Isn't that interesting? You can do the disrupted. You can't do the overrun.
Okay, so then I've got against this stack,
Yep.
with your 1.5 and I'm 6. That's not so good.
No, that's 12 to
4 to 1,
3.
5 to
That's
1.
4 to 1, 5 to 1. Yep. That's fine, Daniel. It's fine. Just do it.
Do it.
It's fine.
Roll high.
You know, like seriously, Daniel.
I
The
think
important thing
it's
is
No problem.
you've got a 4
this
in
spell-
4 in
You'll be
6 chance
fine.
of destroying it.
It's an
It's
exchange.
dead. It's dead already.
6. I was going to
Okay,
say
dead.
Exchange, though.
That's an exchange.
Right.
So can you give me two
Exchange.
divisions, please?
1 division. Oh, no,
2.
you got 3, wasn't it? Oh. Oh, nasty. Oh, that's a big hole.
No, it's not a big hole, but it's a big victory point gain for us.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's it.
I'm not quite sure the point of the Russian armor having 10 movement points. What's it going to use that for?
Moving from one place that it's no use to another place that it's no use.
And
I can
maybe
promise
going
you.
through a breach in the line and breaking
Yeah.
rail lines.
Yeah,
Right.
but that's actually probably the most valid thing it can do with it.
I suppose, yeah, you can do
Dave?
counterattacks if you do surround the panzers.
Make your move.
Make move.
Yeah.
Make move.
Yep.
Okay, I've got to go and have a wee. I'll be back in a minute. So don't cheat.
It's updated.
I'll not really care. 'Cause I'm not. Why is Hitler near Tula?
He's the overrun marker,
Oh, is he?
but he's also just scouting out ahead.
Daniel, I'm thinking of moving my panzers north.
North?
No, the way to win the game is to get to Moscow, not go north.
Yeah, I know, but
Those
Okay.
ones come back if you kill them.
well, in that case, I'll just start infiltrating the Ryazna line, the fortified line.
Now,
Look at all the tank territory to the east
what's
of
the
Rzhev.
ruling on the?
Yeah, I know. It's a question of fortifications cost me another 2 points to cross.
It's going to cost you 8 points to go across.
1
the
hex.
Eh?
So here,
Yeah, it's 8 points, isn't it?
yeah, to get to that hex south of Reserve.
Actually, it's 9.
You have to pay to move to Zox.
5, 6.
That's 8.
It's plus 2 for the fortified line.
Yeah, and that destroys the fortified line there. That point. And if you get 5 points that you destroy, the line ceases to exist.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
So there's a marker.
Okay.
Line.
So when you cross it, it destroys it.
That particular, yep. And then it's a breached marker, I think. So I put it just, where did you do it?
Where he's coming from, because a little circle.
How do you turn that?
Sorry.
Can you rotate? You can.
Yep.
Oh, how cool's that?
Oh, that's too far.
I'll leave it to you.
That's pretty cool.
There you go. And then you did this one. Oh, you didn't do that one. You went around, didn't you?
Yeah. All right. So that means I just need to.
Oh, you've broken 1. That's terrifying.
2, 3, 4, 7. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Ah, shit. Okay. There. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Oh.
Nick, I'll have some money in your account hopefully by the end of the day.
There's no hurry. I paid for it in November and I haven't got it yet, so I'm not fast.
I don't remember ordering it, but I think I think I
remember.
might have been vacillating because I really did want it. I know I did want it.
I thought you had ordered it, but then again, I thought I'd ordered one for Daniel as well, but clearly I didn't.
Oh, well, Daniel has no idea what he's doing at the best of times. I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm a bit sad. I might have to stop buying from Noble Knight because the shipping's gone.
Yeah,
really
through the roof.
insane.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, the
They
fins
used to have shipping.
I always did it through Fins. It was fantastic, and it's increased by about 40, more than 40%. It's doubled or more. It's just really incredible.
Can I just? I know there's going to be better brains that have an opinion on this than me, but my understanding is that Trump's appointee is still in charge of the U.S. Postal Service, and because it's a really independent service, it's very hard to get rid of an appointee. Really, really hard. And this guy is determined to just run it into the ground.
All right, I've done my mech moves.
Did you do the 3-8 above? Hang on. Did you do
I haven't.
that one? Because that's not mine.
Yes, I've. That's where it's moved to.
Okay.
Okay, so south of that is all yours.
You get reinforcements, Bill.
Yeah, for the first 2 turns or 3 turns, it's like 1 or 2, but then after that, they come in like groups of 8.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, but this is the painful period I've just got to live through.
If I go,
And where do they come on?
They come on the east edge of the map, but because they come on as rail reinforcements, they have a movement factor of 30 per movement point.
Oh, okay. So basically, they can.
No. It's not 30 per movement point.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Oh, wait a
That's not
minute.
what I read.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought it was 30 per movement point. Oh God, I've got to go back.
Yeah, 30 hexes for each movement point expended. That's correct.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then you spend 1/4 of your movement points to detrain, 1/2 to entrain. So because they come on in train, they can spend 3/4 of their movement to race along.
Yep. to get to the place where they needed.
Yeah, which is essentially 90 hexes. So, yeah. But only 9 units. Okay. Which is too bad. Funny little game.
I was just looking at the design credits for this. It's like reads like a who's who of the royalty.
What's that? Simonson,
Dunnigan. Then you got John Young.
Oh yeah.
And Manfred Milcoon, who did all of their production work for probably about the first 5 or 6 years.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the early stuff as well.
Yeah. No, Milken keeps on turning.
Yeah.
I think also Milken's wife ended up working.
Yeah. He's the guy that basically organises everything, like the boxes and the organises
Tony
printing
at GMT.
Yep.
I think it's only a matter of time actually before somebody creates an SPI trivia contest.
Oh, David, that has got to be you. That has got to be you. Things like name the first female designer.
Oh,
Moscow.
And their game.
Bundeswehr.
Bundeswehr. Veronica somebody, wasn't it? Veronica
Hamill?
Rossini or something. MO. Yes.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, maybe we actually need to organise a
We'll have a little Zoom.
contest.
Why don't we have a little Zoom session where we can sit down and work out some questions and then put them up.
Be happy to.
Virginia Mulholland.
Mulholland.
Yeah.
Virginia, not Veronica.
I don't think she's the first one.
I think she was probably the first
No.
SPI designer.
No, actually, I think you're right. If you check Korea, the 1971-72 version of the game, I think there was. I could be wrong. She might have been the artist or the designer. I can't remember.
I need to have a look at Zocchi's list of games and designers and things.
Yeah.
Nick, David, by the way.
Oh, well done.
I snuck into your fridge.
Picking up on what you were drinking beforehand, which was a porter.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hold on. I can't see. Hold on a minute. Wait. I've just got to expand my thing. Oh, smoked porter.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Very nice.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I can't believe this. I'm an absolutely unashamed wine drinker, and I'm just going nuts over beers. It's like this is a lockdown discovery.
Korea, the graphics was female.
Sorry?
She did graphics with.
She did graphics. All right.
Red.
What was her name?
Okay.
Marie somebody.
Okay.
Marie Frederick, I think.
Okay, fine. It is now the Russian turn, game turn 2.
David, why don't you like Moscow games? I think Moscow games are awesome. I've got
Operation Typhoon's not.
What's that?
Operation Typhoon's not.
Operation Typhoon should be awesome.
You've got to understand what my experience has been, and
Well, have you lost every game you played?
But doesn't that mean you don't like any campaigns? Or
oh, look, guys, it's like anything. We come to the hobby with a set of biases.
Yes.
And as you all know, I have got a massive bias against Normandy, and had a bias against Normandy until we played Normandy 44.
What a great game!
Yes, it was a fantastic game, which is just to prove that you might dislike a campaign, but it doesn't necessarily mean there isn't a gateway game for that campaign somewhere. And with Typhoon, I've never found it.
No. I've got ones I think would be fun to try is the new MMP one, which is one of the Japanese ones that came out last year. I've got it somewhere.
Well, no, I'd be open to that.
That looks really cool.
For me,
although I don't think there's a vassal module for it yet, so that's a problem.
Okay. Well, but this sort of scale, this sort of rule overhead, works for me. The rules as written absolutely need to be updated without actually changing the intent behind them. But this is fun. This is
I do
tasty.
like being able to skip the whole movement section because I know what it says.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I've started on Dogs of War creating a cut down version of the rules to see how many pages I can get it down to. Because it's starting at 40, and I reckon I can get it down to under.
It's our Consume Expo game.
What's that? No.
So you started at
maybe.
40 and reckon you can get it down to 35?
Actually, is Dogs of War the one I've got or the one I haven't got? Yeah, I've got the Dogs of War. I haven't got 90 miles.
Yeah, Dogs of War was the latest one. I reckon I can get it to under 20 pages.
Well, if you can, we definitely should do Dogs of War.
Well, you're out of supply there, Bill. Is that right? Yes?
Yeah, can always move one hex, boyo.
You can.
So now, I'm not only the only person out of
You put me
supply
out of
here.
supply, didn't
Yep,
you?
yep.
Oh, is that the 3.8 is out of supply? Is it?
Look after your flanks.
3.8. Three of them.
What? You're talking here?
Oh, and the 4.8 and the other 3.8. Oh, nice. Oh, the 110 moved down, did he? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Rescue operation.
Daniel, don't say a thing. Just be quiet.
Yeah, I just realised that too, and I'm just going to check. I can't remember.
Oh shit, you're out of supply. You're really stuffed, Daniel.
I'm not.
No, don't say that.
Because the zone of controls don't work.
Yeah, Zocs don't work.
I must have known that when I moved.
Yeah.
What do you mean Zocs don't work?
Russian zones of control don't block supply.
Oh, really? Oh. So
They don't.
they're in 10x for nothing.
Yep.
Oh.
And I'd forgotten that bit.
Yeah, and so in other words, you really can't put the Germans out of
Yeah,
supply.
very hard to put them out of supply. But what I can do is I can starve them with their infantry.
Yes, slow them down. That's funny.
I like creating a pocket though. That was nice.
Look, I think that was totally justified, Daniel.
And that was so Russian. Russian front. Love it.
Exactly. So much death, so many prisoners, so satisfying.
It's the gulag for you.
Nick, have you got Gary Grisby's East Front game?
The computer game or
The
or
computer game.
Yeah,
No.
I know you rate it very highly, don't
Well,
you?
now there's a second edition out.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I play tested his Western Front.
is that on
Well, that was a
Steam
bit
or
heavy.
is it on Steam or do you
Yeah.
buy it?
Yeah,
As
you
a-
buy it on Steam.
Or Matrix Direct or whatever they.
I don't really understand buying games except for Steam.
You don't have to buy it from Steam. You can buy it from Matrix, and then you don't have to go through the whole business of being logged into Steam at the time.
No, but the important thing about Steam is that, it just automatically updates. So
Yeah.
if there's a change to the game.
I bought it. I bought one game through someone like I can't think. It might have been Matrix, and then you went into Steam and loaded it and put in a special code, and it was like buying it from Steam but cheaper. So
Oh,
I can't remember what that was
No,
going
it
on.
could be.
That was Tabletop Simulator. I bought. I can't remember who I bought it from.
yeah, I've got that too. I mean, it looks gorgeous, but I've just spent more time in Vassal.
Yeah.
I think Vassal's better because it's simpler for the board game.
Probably more
Well, it's easy to make games, and the thing is that Tabletop Simulator wants to simulate you actually playing a game, a board game, and really
Yeah.
there's just a lot of effort going into the visual effect of you being sort of like a third dimensional arrangement and that.
And
And
also,
and really,
it's got-
we're all past that. We're just like, there's a map, there's pieces, we go.
Yeah,
also
with
you
that
can
segue, by Bill talking so much, does that imply that he's finished his turn? I think so. Turn 3.
the other problem with
Close.
Tabletop Simulator is you can knock over stacks of units when you roll the dice, which is really annoying. I want to see something get smashed. I want to see if the Germans can break into the open before I go.
Well, look, have you seen the casualties?
Oh, Rezhev's under a bit of pressure. Hey.
No, seriously, Nick, have a look at the casualties.
Oh, okay, that's quite a few. Jeez.
Yeah,
All right, that's quite a number. Although there's a lot of German dead too, I see.
Yeah,
there is.
those exchanges are cracking up. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, good.
Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Now I'm done. No. Whoa. I just got a problem there. I'm just going to review that. No, I'm done. Okay.
All right. I'm going to start moving then.
Are you?
Yes.
You're going to do this?
Do what?
Don't look. He's doing some crazy thing.
No,
It looks like one of those wind things outside car yards. That
Oops, I nearly very accidentally closed this meeting.
All right. And we're going to do it this way.
It'd be nice if they did SCS Moscow game. That would be cool.
I'm in the middle of that's an update. Two things. The problem with loading up all of SPI modules is that my name goes up as sort of like in some cases a creator.
Yep.
And I found a way of turning that off. But you know, I'm happy to help with things. But I've just got a number of emails about Operation Typhoon. Can we fix this? Can I fix that? And it's like, and then I got roped into a game which was supposed to start on Thursday, but wound up not starting on Thursday. So I've made all these attempts, and I'm fighting against 3.53.
Oh, what's wrong with it?
It's
I'm
doing
on 3.53 now.
Yeah, don't. It's really, there's some problems there, and
really?
and one of them is that you load up 3.53 with some earlier modules, and you do stuff, and then you save the module because you're editing the module, and the whole of 3.53 as a vassal thing turns back to 3.52. It's just reporting that it's 3.52.
Oh, so they'll fix it for 3.54.
Yeah, but no one's. I've logged all these issues with it, and they're just no answers. So I think that means
they get it fixed so I could play it on iPad. That would be awesome.
Well, that's their long-term goal. It will happen. It will happen. But what I think you have to understand is, for us people that have been playing Vassal for a number of years, is that it went like in tiny little increments for about 5 years.
Yes.
And suddenly
went berserk.
Yeah, because they've got a couple of programmers, a couple of people that are really interested in working on it. So bang. I'd almost be, and every year I always give $50 or $100 to the vassals to help them out, because I really want this to work. It's my hobby.
Yeah, it's great. I think it works really well.
It's certainly better than Tabletop Simulator by a long
stretch. Also better than Cyberboard. I've heard people say they like Cyberboard.
I like Cyberboard too, but Cyberboard was designed for a time when the internet was about emailing files.
Yes.
And
it's messy.
It's kind of messy.
So I find this just quite intuitive generally to play.
Are you still, Nick? Are you still doing anything about building a module, or trying a hand at building a module? Or
I don't have time at the moment, but I'm planning to get back and do it again at some point. But
I'm going to convert you. I'm going to bite you and make you. I'm going to make you a vampire like me. I swear to God.
I quite enjoyed looking at it, but I just haven't had time to look at it closer. But I did play with some modules where I changed some of the parameters to see what happened, which was quite fun to see how colours and things changed. So that
once you get into those little bits and you suddenly start changing little things and it works, that's just like crack cocaine to people like me. It's just like.
But it was quite nice because there was a couple of modules I was playing with and I didn't like some of the things they'd done, and I just changed them, and I went, oh, that's cool. That's quite nice. You can do that. So
my earth-shattering moment was to discover this thing called prototypes. And prototype is just like how you group a whole bunch of programs or changes or things together so that you can just apply. You just say, add this prototype to this piece.
Oh, okay.
Bang, bang, bang. And all of a sudden, units. And you can have prototypes within prototypes within prototypes. This like chain thing happening. It's just so mind blowing. I look, hats off to the people at Vassal. This is by far, I think, this is where our hobby needs to go. And you're right, it needs to be not just this, it needs to go onto the iPad or
I'm
a
surprised they haven't
tablet.
been bought out. They haven't
What?
been offered.
It's an open source thing. It's an open source thing. You can't buy it out.
Okay.
Like Wikipedia. So
It's
right, Daniel, I've done my movement.
Okay. Where have you moved to? Okay.
pushed into that gap.
Have you moved any of these guys?
No,
No. Okay. Where at that infantry unit?
no.
Those ones, the ones above it, you have.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Someone's found the Flash program.
I know. I'm just going to flash everywhere.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Because you couldn't even see it.
I tell you what, Daniel, we'll come and visit you every Tuesday in prison.
They're not out of supply at the moment.
Yes, they are.
Who's that?
Oh, yes, they are. They can't get through, but I'm still going to close.
No, they're not.
Hang on. Yes,
This
they are. They are. It's all right.
No, this unit here has to move. This unit here has to move.
No, because they can't trace through because of the 3-8
Yes,
and the
they,
2-5 have got
yeah, you're right.
in them.
Yep.
But I might move them anyway. You can go to there. You can go to there.
Here, and here.
Did you cross the fortified line in another place? Did you?
No, I didn't.
There's only one breach.
There's only one break.
Damn it.
Sorry.
I got some new toys. Waterloo in shrink.
Oh, is
For
that Hexasim?
no, it's an old one.
L2.
L2, that's right. It was done by
Oh.
what's his face? Who's done a few different games. Can't remember his name.
What's that?
Waterloo, with a sticker of $120, and I got it for 20, so that was awesome. And then I got another game, Wellington's War, which I paid proper price for.
Oh,
which is
bloody hell.
a block game of the Spanish campaign, which is unusual because you don't get many games on the Spanish campaign. Campaign. So I was quite pleased to find that.
Have we decided what we're playing for the our first in nearly 18 months?
Face to face.
Face to face.
Yes. Well,
What are we playing?
well, first of all, I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute! I heard yes. I mean, it's like...
You just said yes. I don't know.
No. Yes, to face in about 3
Oh,
weeks.
okay. All right. Okay.
Oh,
Once Michelle gets her jab.
No, did she get a jab?
She's got the first jab. She's on Pfizer.
But I saw her outside the bloody hospital last. Yeah.
No.
Thursday.
She gets tested every day.
Oh, it's testing, was it? Oh, I thought she was.
When she's at work, she gets tested, and when she's not at work, she gets paid $150 to get tested.
Gentlemen, can I just point out that Michelle and I are on really good terms because she turns up at my hospital, and we just talk about David.
Right. So yeah, in 3
And that's
weeks,
why I sent you the beer.
no, thank you very much.
So in 3 weeks?
Well, you see, the
From 3
efficacy hits to 96% after 3 weeks after the second jab.
Right. So
Which
from
means
and so
My virus vector just shuts down completely.
yeah. So did we decide what we're playing?
Yeah, Moscow came back.
Huh?
No. I could
I
do
didn't
that.
hear.
No.
109
I
stars.
thought we were doing SCS for our.
Or Panzer Group of Guderian.
We could do that one live. So yeah, that might work. We could do Panzer Group Guderian face to face, and we
Yeah.
could do SCS on Vassal.
Sure.
I'd like to do Panzer Group Tyrion on Vassal.
Okay, fine.
Because I think we did the first one on Vassal. I think we need to do the comparison. But I'd be open to doing another Vassal on. Another SCS on face to face.
Well, we can set up the tripod over the map.
No, don't do it that way. Seriously,
Okay,
don't do
fine.
it that way.
Yeah, although we're not going to get finished.
And
with
secondly, I've got to edit the fucking file.
On the plus side, if we play face to face, SCS, at the end, if we're not finished, which is almost certain, we could take photos and then build the Vassal module around where the units are.
Agreed.
Yeah,
So we could do Rostov, Panzer Battles,
Yeah.
and
Well, Panzer Battles, I think, is 2 maps.
okay. Well, Rostov then.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rostov.
well, actually, no. Panzer Battles at 2 maps would be kind of interesting. And the thing about Panzer Battles is that the way it works, the way it looks as though it works, is it really is, and it's my area of I love about really good war games.
Nice.
It's about movement. It's about, you do this here, but then you've got to get over to there to do that there, and then come back again. It's like, and and the really, really interesting thing about it is that it's that actual campaign, which is actually a case study in the United States Army for.
But it's funny. It's 2 maps, a really small scale, 1 counter sheet. So there's lots and lots of open space.
Exactly, and it's all about movement.
Tiny scale though. It's quite funny because like Rostov and most of those other ones are sort of.
Maybe we've got a 5/8 reinforcement.
You take it.
Like 8 kilometers per hex type scale. This one's really small. I can't think what it is, but it's tiny, like almost tactical.
Well, it is. It's like the equivalent of 1 division against
500 meters.
Yeah.
So it's tactical compared to the others.
I think that would make for us on a face-to-face game a much better prospect.
It would be fun, and also because there's not that many counters.
Yep.
I'm done. It's combat.
All right, overruns.
Take that.
All right, I've got an overrun here.
Yeah.
I'm overrunning from behind it. There is no fortifications in front. It is 11 to 1.
It's all about 11 to 1, isn't it?
Yep.
All you want to do.
4 DE.
Ed. I know that one. Why didn't you just take Rizhev?
Yep.
You used one of the 2 5s then, didn't you? That was in front of it.
Yep.
So you move across and
And
you
I destroy another fortification.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
I can destroy 2 fortifications.
if you use them all.
Yeah. But I
And
just
that
have
gets
to.
4 breaches. One more on that line is broken.
It's important to know, Nick, that I gave them so much in the way of an advantage.
How? By playing normally.
Well, what I did was I gave them like the equivalent of 2 extra reinforcement options. So they can call on Army Group South and they can call on Army Group North. You got UNV.
You only gave
UNV.
us 1 variant.
No, I gave you 2. UNV.
A 1.
UNV instead of you.
Yeah. I gave
Let's
you I gave you 2 reinforcement variants.
No, scenario 1 gives us you.
Scenario 2 gives us historical.
Oh, okay. I did too.
You.
Oh, damn it. I should have given you
Yourself
2
up.
more. I should have given you another one.
Yeah.
I should have given you North.
That's all right. Have you got any overruns?
No.
No.
No? All right, we're into mech movement.
Yep.
You go first, Daniel.
Hey, what about combat?
Oh yeah, combat.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
there seems to be something missing, isn't there?
You start from the top and go
Can
down.
you overrun into a
Sure.
city as well? Wow, that's cool.
Cities don't seem to do anything.
No,
But
cities
they
don't
give
do
you
anything.
-2, I think.
Because at this stage they're not cities, they're just like towns.
All right.
Yeah,
They're
5.
basically wood.
What about Moscow?
Moscow's pretty well half wood. I don't know that any game gives a massive amount of advantage in
I've
attacking
got
the city.
13 to a half here.
Oh yeah. The cavalry's going to die.
That's not acceptable.
Right.
So, what did you roll?
6.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Did you advance? Yes, you did.
Yep. All right. See, here I've got 6 versus a half.
12 to 1.
That's dead.
Gearing the pocket.
I've got. Actually, I'll advance.
You advance, yeah.
Yep. Here, I've got 8 versus a half.
-2.
3. Oh dear. Oh,
Two exchange, isn't it?
11, 3. DE,
Sure, DE.
attacker disrupted.
Hang on, isn't it 11 to 1 there? Isn't he out of supply?
Yeah. Wait a minute. 8 to half is 16 to 1. No, sorry, no, 4, 8 to 1. It's 8 to 1. 8 to 1 -2. Sorry,
Hang on, why isn't he out of supply?
he is out of supply.
So isn't he a
A
half?
half, and I'm not attacking him across the river.
No.
No, wait a minute. Sorry, can you click the one you're attacking? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought this and this were attacking.
No.
No, he's going to attack the 110 with it. No, he's not.
Yeah. So I've rolled a 3. It's
Yeah.
11 to
DE.
1. It's DE, attacker disrupted.
Okay.
So that. And
Why is it attacker disrupt? Isn't 11 to 1 a 3? Oh, sorry.
11 to 1 at 3 is an DEAD.
Oh,
Is it-
sorry, I'm looking at the Russian one. Sorry.
Yep.
Oh, there's different ones. I didn't.
Yeah,
realize
they're
that.
different.
They're not very different, but they're different.
Oh, that's why that's one of the differences. Interesting.
Yes,
Yeah,
sorry,
thank
there are 2 combat results tables.
Oh, actually, am I on the right? Yeah, I'm on the right one. Okay.
Are you gonna advance?
I'm going to go through this entire game, Nick, and not attack.
It's like Frederick the Great. I've done that.
Okay, can I use that 3-8, Daniel?
Yep.
Okay. It's a total of 5 plus 2, 7.
Hit the map. I can't see where it is.
Yeah. 7 to
Yep.
1. So that's 7 to 1, 8 to 1.
How can it be 8 to 1?
It's game
It's
turn
up.
3.
Yeah, no, my
No,
point,
5 to 1 up to 6 to 1.
no, my point is that the units above it, these units, those ones,
Look, this is what.
those ones just advanced in.
Yes, I know.
He's attacking
I'm now
So
attacking
the only unit
this
next
one
to it at the moment
and
is
this
that
one.
one.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
these 2.
So it's 7 to
7
1.
to 1.
All right. I'm
8
stupid.
to 1.
It's okay. It's all
Right.
normal.
And
I'm stupid.
7 to 1 becomes
That
an
was
8
a
to 1,
half exchange, I think.
and I'm rolling.
Yep.
Didn't you just roll a 3?
I rolled. Yes, I did.
There you go.
Change.
Right. So you lose 2.
And you take the infantry off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to check the casualties.
All right, and that is my combat. Over
Oh,
to you,
you made
Daniel.
nice holes in there.
So
Although
I've got a risky attack. Just
Oh, actually, what about this one here?
which
We haven't
one?
done this.
Yeah, I don't know whether I want to do that.
that's 11 to 1 with a -2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, you probably don't want to do that
So
one.
I've got a 6, 5, 4.
yeah. Don't. No.
Yeah, you
Three,
need probably
We'll
three
bring up
or one
infantry
is
to deal with
bad.
that.
Yeah. So
Yep.
the other one I'm looking at. Well, something's happened to my map now. Right. So this one.
Yep.
That is 11 to 1.
No, instead of combat, it's a half.
That's right. So it's 11 to 1. It's
Yeah.
maximum.
Yeah.
So providing I don't throw a 1, it's a guarantee.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
You're not going to do that attack?
Yep.
Because that'll, if you advance after that, it breaks that line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
4. That'll do.
Good.
It's a DE. So that is.
You retreat him? Oh, he's dead. Yeah.
He's dead.
Dead.
I have to advance.
He's
That
dead, Jim.
your line is no longer active anymore, Bill.
No, it is.
I've just done 5 breaches on
No,
it.
you've done 2.
No.
Yeah,
Five.
look at the
Oh,
line.
they're
Look at the
separate.
line. Look at the
Oh, they're
line.
separated where that
They're
little
2 separate lines.
Oh, that's sneaky.
Oh, bloody hell.
That's funny.
Ah.
There's a little gap where that unit's from.
It's
Damn it.
done deliberately that way.
Yeah, that's cool. No,
Oh,
heaps
right.
more to go now.
I'm going to have a piss in disgust.
Well, just stay there, David.
No, I can't.
I'm going to go because I've got to do stuff.
Oh,
Thanks.
Nick.
See you, Nick.
Nick, not
Bye.
good enough.
Too much fun.
All
All right,
right,
see you
we'll
guys.
see you later. Bye. You bugger, Daniel. You're doing well. My bastard brother beat me at this game nearly every time, bar 2.
Okay, so we're going to attack this guy.
Yep.
So you're 3.
Yep.
I'm 2, and 2 is 4, and another 15 is 19.
Yep.
7 to 1, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, bugger it. Let's just do it. 3. Exchange. They kill me, these exchanges on 3s. You figured that out, haven't you?
Yep. I certainly have.
Hang on, unless I've got a 3 there. I do. So what are the mechs worth versus 2?
Sorry?
If I lose a mech, a 3/8 mech.
Oh, I'll tell you what it is in victory points.
Yeah.
This is really important to know, actually.
Yes.
Okay, so infantry victory points. You lose 1 victory point for each enemy non-motorized combat strength point eliminated.
So that'd be 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Now we're going up to the armor. For each enemy armor or motorized eliminated, 2 victory points.
No,
Note, before calculating the Soviet victory points awarded for destroying German mech, subtract the strength points of the replacing conf group.
It's the same then.
You don't have a replacing conf group.
Okay.
Only 4, 5s, and 6s have replacing conf groups.
Okay.
Something really bad happened.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, essentially, and think about it, Daniel, for a moment, you might decide that it's actually cost effective to lose a mech unit. It's not.
No.
Because the only thing that can move in the mech movement phase is the mech unit. Yeah. That's your penetration ability gone. But, you know, sometimes you're just going to have to make that hard call. And those sort of things that I love about this game, the decision-making process is so complicated, and you can still get it right by accident, and you can still fuck it up so easily. Because you're just making very, very hard decisions about where the game's going to be in a turn or 2 turns' time. My brother Greg, I think, is genetically designed to win this game. I hate him. And if you do it, I'm just going to sob uncontrollably tonight when I go to bed.
So the only other attack I've got as possible is there.
Yep.
It's going to be the same issue. I'm going to lose a mech unit if I do it.
You got to be careful. Yep, that's exactly right.
11 is 16, 17, 18 to 3, 6, 7 to 1. It's only a 1% chance. I'm not going to.
7 to 1. If you sorry, is that 7 to 1 with an 8 with the extra thing? So 8 to 1.
Yeah.
7 to 1. Yeah, I'd be careful.
Oh,
Yeah.
50-50.
Yeah. Look, you know. Well, the thing is, Daniel, what's your gain there? You're not going to break through. You just
can't you voluntarily reduce the odds?
Sorry.
Can you reduce the odds?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's quite this game style.
No, you can. It's one of the options.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That 8 to 1's just too much of a risk.
So I could go to 6 to 1, and then it becomes a 1/3 risk, or yeah. Then
I don't know that. I don't know that you can voluntarily reduce it.
Yeah, it's in there. I
it?
marked it.
So what is it?
You can specify that you want to ignore DR results, and I think you can.
Yeah, you can do. You can specify ignoring DR results, but I don't know that.
Hang on.
My memory is the way we played it was that you just move units out to lower the logs.
L in the combat rules.
Okay, L. Hold on.
I'm not going to attack. I'm going to just go to mech movement.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Isn't it amazing? After all this time, I did not know that.
All right. So we are in mech movement phase now.
Yeah, which I'm starting.
Yep. Okay, that's fine.
I love these old games. I just love them.
Can I undisrupt my unit now?
When was it disrupted? If it was an overrun, yes.
Was the last turn?
No.
During my attack phase.
It was during. It was a combat in the. It was a if it was a combat.
Last turn.
No, you have to wait another turn.
What?
One whole turn.
Yeah, it is a whole turn. It happened last turn.
In the combat phase?
Yes, and now I'm in post-combat phase. I'm in mech movement.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Yes, of course you can. Sorry. I thought we were talking about a overrun.
No. How do I undisrupt it?
Where is it? Just bang the map and I'll show you. You just right click and select the same thing again. Disrupted.
Okay. I need my infantry down here.
Yep. That's going to be a cry you will hear as the game gets on. It's actually, you protect so much your panzers, you sacrifice your infantry, and then suddenly you go from 45, 50 infantry down to 35, and you can't protect your panzers anymore. Greg and I never played the December scenario because the 1 or 2 times that we tried it, we didn't work. It didn't work for us. where the Russians get to hit back. And I think this is where the game falls apart.
I haven't got a continuous line if I do that.
Yeah, at the end of this turn we should do a check. Because I think we're at that stage now. And I can see one breach from the Russians' point of view.
David, we're the 3-8 and 4-8 here, which have got clean air in front of them.
Yep.
Yeah, you got shit.
What about them?
Don't know where to send them.
Yeah.
Oh no, send them deep. Oh, give me a chance to close the line. That'd be great. Thanks. That'd be great. Thanks, Daniel.
It's a bit tough going through those woods.
No, it's not tough. Just do it.
Going through those woods is going to be a little bit problematic. It is probably the right thing to do. It's just not big enough.
I've got to maintain supply for them. That's all, and they're not going to be supplied if I just leave them there.
And if they're not in supply, and I just move next to them, that's it. They can't move anything. They
Well, you can't get.
He can't get you.
No.
He can't. It's a tough one. I really don't.
Do that. That shuts you down, I think.
Well, in actual fact, why don't you just put?
I've just got to go to the toilet. I'll be back.
In that
Don't do anything illegal.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, for instance.
Oh, I could do a double breach there, couldn't I?
And there.
Hang on, I could go.
Okay, how many breaches can you do in a turn?
As many as you like.
Because it's plus 2, 3. Then it's 3. Then
6,
4, 7.
3, 4. Yeah, I can do that. I can do a double.
Okay.
So that one is breached.
Yep.
And the other one in there is breached. Okay.
Right. Yeah, so just pull them back.
No, it's already breached.
Yeah.
So there's 3 in that line. And now this guy hasn't moved yet. Just got to make sure I've got locking zones of control everywhere.
1, 4. He can't do it.
I can get 1, but I can't get more than 1.
Yeah.
So I've got 3. I can get 4.
It's tough. You just haven't got enough units. You've got to kill some more units to bring them back across the line and get into.
I can take Viasm and that'll give me another breach, but that's. I don't want to go backwards.
All right.
Sorry, back.
Yeah, go there then. Yep, absolutely.
I'm just going to turn my microphone off because I got told off for eating in the middle of a video.
I could go there too.
Are you going to be?
That's a bit bold.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, so that's 1.
Go there.
I'm going to go there.
Okay.
Put another breach in.
Yep.
Let's rotate that.
Wait a minute. Sorry, what? How did that... Explain to me how that breach happened.
Can't happen.
Because I moved across there, which is 1, because it's already breached.
No. Put it back at the start.
It was there.
Yep.
So I then moved there, 1. And then I moved there.
No, I'm not seeing them there and there. Move them.
Okay. 1.
Yep. No, it's not. Oh, yeah. Yep. It's not 1 because that's forest.
That's more than 1.
It's
That's
forest.
like 6 or 7.
It's 2 plus.
3, 4, 6, 7. That might be 8. That might be too much.
Yep. You got to be really careful because there's multiple movement penalties for this.
Then I'll just go there, maybe. All right. All right, I think I've done David. Oh, he's gone. David, you can do your exploitation.
Yep.
Come on, David. Stop having a prostate examination.
Yep, thank you. All right.
It's probably not even worth trying to breach that line in 5 places. It's not that long.
Yeah.
That's 3 into there or 4 into there?
4.
4.
Yeah.
You can't move beyond that.
Sorry?
You can't move any further than that.
No. It's really hard to move zone to control, ZOC to ZOC.
Right, whose turn is it?
Russians, the Germans.
Turn
And
4.
we are now turn 4.
Oops.
So do we get? I'll just see what we get. We get a little 4-8.
You take it.
Well, you keep on giving me 4-8s, don't you? That's all we get.
Okay, fine.
Actually, 4-8s. Seeing as he's got all the 6-8s, I'd be taking the 4-8s.
Do you want to move first, Daniel?
I can go first if you wish.
Yep.
He's mad, so I can't get through. Bugger.
So Daniel, I meant to ask you: do you have a complete set of Fire in the East and on Scorched Earth?
Yes, Scorched Earth.
Yep.
Yes. And
With
yours.
pieces.
Yes.
Okay.
So this was the second set that I bought that was punched that isn't complete.
What are you missing in the second set then?
Oh, shitloads. I've got so many spare counter sheets. There's lots of duplicates. It's really annoying. It looks like it's some because there's some, particularly in the Scorched Earth, there's some first edition, some second edition counters. So what am I going to do? 1, 2, 3.
I swear to God, you'll be able to sell those online as replacements for any number of people.
I will. The shipping's going to be the killer if it's going overseas.
Well, they get us on the return, so fuck them. And you, at the end of the day, and this is the old adage, it's these remote places on the planet that have actually the stuff that you need. Do you know, I've had a permanent search on New Zealand eBay for games just in case something turns up. And only once has something interesting turned up. Once. I found replacement maps for War in the Pacific. But the buggers actually put it on the American eBay site, but they were selling it in New Zealand dollars.
Oh. I make it a rule never to do that. I always have everything in US.
Yeah, no, that was new. It was sold in. I don't know how it works with eBay, because I've got my original account is actually an American account.
That's mine.
I don't know, so I don't know how it works now. But
Depends which one. You can log into the Australian site or the US site. If you log into the Australian site, it'll be Australian dollars.
no, I log in. Whatever I log in, it's always American dollars, and you can tell because the Australian dollars, it knows that I've asked for it in Australian dollars, and it gives it to it in italics as Australian dollars. But if it's just normal font, it's just like that's US dollars, and nearly everything I look for is US dollars, and then you see the New Zealand dollars, and that's italic font too. Seriously, between the three of us, or four of us, we should just get into a car and just drive around garage sales throughout Melbourne over Easter and just see if we can find games, because we're of an age now where people above us
We'll be dumping it.
will be dumping
They'll
it.
be dying, and their kids will be dumping it.
Yep.
I'm a bit confused about what to do here. It's
Do you want some advice?
no.
Okay, fuck it. Okay.
David, the 2 3/8s.
Yep.
Just there.
Yep.
There. Hang on. Sorry, that one.
Yep.
You can use them.
You don't want them?
I know what to do with them. I'm being honest.
Okay. That's fine.
Daniel, I gave you a big red dice. Use it.
I haven't got any infantry up here to really do much, so that's the problem.
And I think that, you know what? I just think the way you guys set up the game is actually creating more problems for me because I've done a sort of like a broad spread, and you guys have just like concentrated in a couple of spots up north, and it's making my life hell. Why is there a 2-5 there? That can't move there.
Which 2-5? Why not?
This one.
You can move 1 hex.
No, not through zone of control to zone of control.
It's 6 points to move in clear terrain from 1 zoc to 1 zoc.
Yeah.
So check that one too.
Oh, well, that was one that moved up to his...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm being picky because
That's
it's
fine.
the only chance I get a chance to win this. So we've got 3 breaches in the north, 2 in the south.
I think you've got 4 north. Hang on.
I'm counting 3.
2, 3. Yeah. Okay. And you've got 3 in the south.
Yep.
There's one underneath.
No,
the 3
there's...
up.
Oh, is there?
No.
Oh, there is 2. So we'll just... Why don't we do ourselves a favour and just...
Okay.
Damn it. Okay, 3 in the south.
Actually, I could make it 4, couldn't I? Just by going.
Yeah, you could. But, you know,
1, 2.
give up your hex. I don't care.
No, I'll go there. I can come back though. I think.
In the mech movement, not now.
Whoa, what happened then? That's sorry.
So
I'm moving
am I
across-
moving on what?
If I move across, that's 3 to exit.
Okay.
1 to enter, 4. 1 to come back.
Sorry, say that again. What? Show.
This-
Which one are you doing? Show me.
This one.
Bang it.
Hang on.
Bang it. Alt.
Mm.
Click.
Oh, why isn't it working?
It's the 4-8. You're
No.
doing the 4-8, aren't you?
This one.
Oh, the 3-8.
Yes. So
Yep.
if he moves north,
Yep.
that's.
You have to pay
4.
for across the. You got to do the exit.
I'm coming from. I'm not coming. I'm coming from the back of it. You don't pay.
Oh, you're right. You are
And
absolutely
then
right.
it's breached,
Yep.
and then I come back.
Yep. So you do
4.
5 for the exit.
4. 3 plus 1.
3 plus 1. Sorry, you're right.
And then I come back and it's 2 plus 1.
3.
7. So that's a
Yep.
4th breach.
You could do a 4th breach.
I'll put that in there too. I'll just rotate him.
Just leave him like that and just put it on the hex. That's fine.
Done.
Right.
Just
Nearly
Daniel,
really
just Daniel, so you know
Yeah.
that the only reason why any Russian player would get really protective about that is because it pisses off the Germans. That's the only reason why we do it. We don't care about the fortress.
No. But if it stopped working, it might be handy.
Yeah. It's not really, because actually the northern one is more handy than the southern one.
Yeah. Actually, that one above it could do it too. The 4-8 could do the same thing.
Mm.
And then it is breached.
Yeah.
The whole lot.
Yep. Can't stop you. Go ahead.
Done. So now. So that whole line stops working. That's good. I feel like I've achieved something.
Yeah. 2 more fortress lines to go.
So the only reason I left a gap in there so you couldn't wipe out the whole fortress line at once.
Yep. Okay, so just to... have you broken the entire fortress line now?
Yeah.
With the one? Yep. Just leave one there and just take all the others off. And we'll just note that that's been done.
We need a
Tell me you're having fun, gentlemen.
we are having fun.
Yeah, yeah.
We need a breach that says sort of like full breach or something, or line
Yeah,
breach.
yeah. You just need like a map to like kick in that just says that fort line's gone. You know, just have the whole hex line gone. But you know,
Oh yeah, disappear.
mm,
That'd be cool.
Could be done. Don't want to do it.
Wouldn't you have to? How would you do that? Because the line.
Oh, you'd have a menu item that says, you'd say fault line's gone, and then
Yeah,
you'd have another copy of the map that would load over underneath the pieces without that.
Ah,
It could be done. It could be done, but it's it's a lot of work for nothing.
yeah, because you'd have to do a map.
Yeah, you got to do 1,
You've got to
2,
clean that
3,
up.
4, 5, 6. You'd have to do 6 of them. So the 12th is our next meeting date. Is that right? If I've got this right. I'm just looking at my calendar and I've got a meeting date on the 12th.
The birthday drinks.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay. That's the
Yeah.
birthday drinks.
Yes.
Oh, that's my birthday drinks.
Yes.
Indeed.
Oh, well, what's the? I've got another one for like 4 or 5 days later.
That's a game.
Ah, and we're doing what at that game?
Don't know yet. All right. I have finished my move. I'm ready for overruns.
Yep.
All right. What have I done here? You're 2. Oh shit! What have I? Just not. I might have to take this back. Doesn't qualify as an overrun. 7. No, that's not an overrun.
Well, then it stops. Leave them all there.
Yep. But this is.
Bang the map. Show me where it is. Ah, that's. I don't know if that's an overrun or not. That's just.
That's 11 to 1. But yeah, it's more than 11.
Yep.
Yep.
3. 1. DAD.
8, 10, 15 to 1. Oh, and 6. Yep. Go. What'd you come up with?
You're eliminated. I've got a 2-5, which is disrupted.
You haven't undisrupted that other 2-5 that's back at the river line either.
Oh, undisrupt that.
Okay. Yep. All right. Then here. Oh, hold on. That's
Here, and here.
no, that's not a disruption. Wait a minute. Let me go back and go. 2, 10, 16. Yeah.
Bang the map. Bang the map.
So banging the map here. So 6.
Yep.
Plus 3.
Yep.
Plus 2.
Yep. Oh, I like
11
this.
to 1.
That's good map banging. Yep.
Right. Dead.
And you got a 5. Yep. Okay, so you've now broken the line completely.
Yep.
Yeah, do your map banging that way. Think of the YouTube video, boys.
Okay. Here, you are 1.
Yeah, I am.
Being attacked by 6.
6
6.
bazillion. Yep.
Right? And that,
Yep. 6 bazillion. That's 11 to 1.
you're dead.
Yep. I am dead.
And that is it.
Okay. So, what have I got going on?
Meanwhile, in the south, Daniel pulls out a Panzer Division out of his ass.
I have a clear run. Shit, I have a clear run to Moscow.
Well,
So this little guy.
yeah, not really, but okay, good. Yep.
That one.
Yep.
That's 6 to 1. He's a half. It's max.
Yep. 12 to 1 less 2 on the die roll.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to get an exchange, would I? 'Cause that'd be
Yeah, that would hurt, but
4.
sometimes.
DE.
That's 2. Take 2, so that is actually DE to AD.
It's a 2, isn't it?
Yep.
DEAD. Okay.
Yep.
One of them can go disrupted. He's still advanced though, can't he? Right.
Gents, can I just say, you're making me look bad. I've just been boasting about how fucking hard my brother beat me on this, and you're beating me exactly the same way. That's just not acceptable. Just saying.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
Creeps.
Any other overruns?
I'm just texting my brother and telling him that he's a shithead.
You're going through to your combat phase, have you?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
He's a 2.
Yep.
Down up. I'm hitting him with 2, 4, 6. And the mech 9,
Yep.
but not the infantry underneath him. So that's
Okay, yep. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 5 to 1.
that all. He's still in supply, isn't he?
Yep, he certainly is.
He is in supply. So 2, 4, 6, 9 to 2. That's not enough, is it?
No.
No, I have to chuck in the other one. That'll give me 11.
11 to 2 is 5 to 1, 6 to 1.
That's pretty crap too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh well, we'll do it anyway.
Yep. Attaboy.
4.
That is an EX.
That's an X. I thought it might be.
Give me a 2, please. Attaboy.
Right. That guy. 1 there. 1 4. 2. Oh, that one for no. 2 8.
Sorry, bang the map. Yep.
I don't have any infantry. This could be ugly.
Go on, do it.
14 to 1.
14 to 1. Sorry, you're doing.
Pretty safe. Just don't do a 1.
I don't know which. Sorry, when you say 14, you're doing the 2 6 and the 2 to the 1.
Yes.
All right, okay. 14 to 1. That's 11 to 1. Go.
And don't do a 1.
Don't do a 1. Don't do it. Do a 3. That's even better. Okay, disrupt one of them and kill the other one. So kill mine and disrupt yours. And the 2-8 is disrupted. Yep. And you can advance. Why did your 5-8 suddenly turn? That's interesting.
Oh, why did that turn over?
That turned into a 2-8.
Was it a 2-8 or a 5-8?
It was a 2-8.
It was.
Just undisrupt it so I can see it for a moment. No, that's not right. It was a 2-8 to begin with.
Was it?
Yeah,
Why was it a 2-8?
I don't know. There are 2-8s that start up in the game. In fact, I can tell you there are precisely two 2-8s that start up in the game.
How do I turn? I can't turn him back to a 2-8.
Delete him.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to the Panzers and we'll find a... Hold on, I just want to check. Okay. I don't understand this. My own module and I don't understand it. You can click and drag a 2-8 back down to it.
Yeah.
From the units tray. And then, I don't know, and then you make that disrupted. And I'd like to see what happens when you make it disrupted, because that would be really interesting.
It disappeared.
Oh, really? Hold on, I'll try.
I'll try it again.
Yep.
There he is. You can see him?
Yep. Move him back into the spot.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to disrupt him where he is.
Yep.
He disappeared. I disrupt him up in the. I disrupted him up in the units box.
Okay, select it. There's two PGAs.
No, I've got him now.
Yep.
I've got him.
Okay, all right.
I did the disruption in the units box rather than on the map.
All right. Oh, no, don't do it. Yeah, do it down there. Yep. Map's always the safest place to do things.
I can't if I undisrupt him in the unit box, is that going to cause problems?
It shouldn't. Give it a go and see what happens.
Nope. Okay, that worked. Okay. Next. Yeah, this guy. You see that one?
Yep.
He's 2. Just see if this. I've got 8. I've got 6. There's 4.
So I count that as 7 to 1?
27 to 1. 2? Really?
Yeah. EX, buddy.
Again.
Give me a Panzer. Come on, give me a Panzer.
I'm not going to give you a pants. I've got a 2-5 somewhere.
Have you?
No.
Not seeing one.
I'm just taking it off. It's already in the casualties.
I hate that. Doesn't report it. I love it when we get to play my modules and they don't work. Not. Shut up, David.
I think that is. I want to move that there. Maybe. Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Is this the last turn of our combat shift?
It's your. I've finished my combat.
Yep. No,
Oh, sorry. It is game turn 4. Yes, this is your last turn. This is the last turn. I want to play on one more turn at least. One more turn.
All right.
Oh my God! It's 5 o'clock.
Right. You are in this stack. You are out of supplies. So you are 1.
Yep.
You're being attacked by 5.
Yep.
2, 7.
Yep.
And 6 for a total of.
That's 7.
7.
Yep.
11 to 1.
Yep. Go for it. Go for it.
5. You're dead.
Yep. Take it. I don't care.
Why does he get? You're dead, and I get. It's an exchange.
It's Daniel. It's because of what you roll. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this to you, but it's because of what. Daniel, the first game I ever played with you,
6 to 1.
you and I were on the same side, and I can't remember what the game was, but you just picked up a red die and just kept rolling 6s.
I did. I can't remember what the game was.
Yeah, and it was like, oh my God, he is a dice god.
What was that game?
What was that game?
Don't remember. Okay, that's the end of my. Wait a minute, just. No, that's fine. That's the end of combat. Yeah, end of combat.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Just wait a minute. You're a half being attacked by 6. That is 11 to 1. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, that's risky. Just
11 to 1, subtract 2 from the die roll. Please do it.
don't roll a 3, 2, or
Don't only roll a 6.
Ah!
Thank you very much. Exchange. And there you go. I have claimed my first Panzer unit. Take your pick.
Done. Okay, that was a bit silly.
Well, no, David, can I just say everyone does that. Everyone does that at least once.
All right, so we are at mech movement.
I really want to have a look at the combat casualties. But go ahead, you do that.
You do your next movement.
Do you happy for me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we could really stretch him now.
Yep. Well, that's the plan.
Sorry, you're talking to me. I'm counting money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. So you've got 47 points.
Reach.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. So what did I say you guys had? 22.
Wasn't listening.
Oh, don't make me count it again. 22. Boom. I think it was 48. Yeah.
What was it?
You're about 2/3 of the way to a victory.
You got problems north of Moscow.
I do, but that gets solved in around about a turn's time. What?
Because we stop.
1, 2. Have you checking your supply?
Yeah, what is supply? Ah, you mean 12 hexes?
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're outside supply, I'd say.
Yeah, I will be, but I'm. Oh, fuck. I'm on the edge.
You are on the edge.
Right on the edge.
that was my problem with leaving that one tiny little gap. And you were very fortunate you found it. Pricks. Alright, I'm going to be back in a minute. I'll be back. Don't go away. No, you are going to go away. Please go away. No, don't go away.
I think that's about all I can do.
If you measure the 2 3/8 and there.
Yeah, they've moved. They've
Have they?
both moved.
Ah,
I had to move them there to,
the 1/6 off.
yeah. They could go south
No, that's all right.
to here.
Well, that actually the one that's
See,
to the left, that can go a different direction. Okay, I'm done.
all right.
So, of course, the Germans are going to be out of supply now forever.
Yep.
They can't get in supply to get
No.
Moscow 10 turns or something.
Anytime you get close to Moscow, you're out of supply.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. So you're halved for the supply, but then you're also halved for the weather. And this is the time where you become massively vulnerable, because your 3/8 Panzer unit, for example, gets halved and gets halved again. Your 2/5 unit gets halved and halved again. And suddenly, a mass of 1/4s really hurts you.
Mm.
Well, it was a good game, guys. Thank you for playing.
Oh, you're resigning? We are very close to the end of the day.
Actually, David, do you want to pull that 2/8 as near Kalinin back a bit?
Yeah, I could.
It's
There.
just it's going to be so out of supply. It's ridiculous.
No, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yep.
Now?
So they can advance 1 hex now per turn
Yep.
and remain in supply.
Who?
The Germans.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
So you had to get this far in order to get this far.
Yes.
The Germans were never in supply.
No.
At Moscow.
You look at your 6/8. Your 6/8 when it attacks next time, and it's attacking out of supply, and we're going to be in rains. So your movement allowance is halved, and your combat strength halved when attacking. If you're out of supply, your attack strength is now 1.5. Your most powerful unit has a
That,
1.5.
I'm moving one of your units, David, back that 5/8 because it didn't do anything.
Yep.
Moved it back one because it'll be back in supply, even though the other two aren't.
So, my point is, the game's pretty well over.
How do you mean?
Count up the victory points.
Well, what are they?
Well, from my calculation, that was 22 to 48. 22 Soviet, 48 German. You needed 3 to 1 to get a marginal victory.
So you're saying we didn't kill enough
You
units?
didn't kill enough units and you didn't make the breakthrough. It's over. It's like this game finishes in the first 4 turns if you don't do the work.
I love how smug he's at.
Yep.
Game's
How many
over.
points did you say
Don't do
we
the
got?
work.
How many points did you say we
You
got?
did
Phil?
really well. You
Yeah,
did
we
really
got
well in
60.
getting your penetration right
got-
through to that second line. I don't even get that far. You did really well. But you didn't kill enough units. Do you want to keep...
Difficult to see what we would do different.
It's really... Well, this is the problem, I think, with the short game, is that those sudden death. But if you go longer, it's just like you've got to still do this.
We should have read the victory conditions, shouldn't we?
Yeah, well, that...
No.
Who does that?
Yeah, but the thing is that you're still just not going to do it. Look at this. The distance between your 4-8, which is your furthest, your 2 4-8s, which is your furthest penetrating unit, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes from Moscow, and it's got to do that with a strength of 1.
Well, no, it's not, because it's going to be in supply next turn.
No, but... Well, that makes it 2. And you're now starting to find Russians coming on at 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10 a turn, and all I have to do is put one of them in front of one unit in front of them, and you're trying to attack it at 2, 2, 1. What's the combat results table telling you?
So the halving is only for attack, isn't it? It's not for defense.
That's right. The halving for defense actually happens later on. I'm sorry to say.
They're not vulnerable then, are they?
No, but they can't attack.
Well, they can. They're just not as brutal.
Yep.
No, I wouldn't call it yet.
Oh, okay, right. We're playing another game of this. We're playing this through. Because I'd call that a Soviet win.
Look, I don't have enough experience to say either way.
Either I wouldn't have any idea. I know I didn't do well in the South, but that's about it.
I've got 2 questions.
Yep.
Where the hell are these U reinforcements? Because we haven't got them.
Don't know.
They didn't appear.
There's one on the first turn.
There's 2 on the first turn. That's all you got.
That
That is
makes it-
all you got. That's what you constitutes.
All right. Second.
Can I just point out 2, 6, 8 Panzer divisions?
What's the weather next turn?
Next turn is rain.
Yeah, movement halved and combat strength for attack halved.
And the turn after that?
No, rain lasts for
1 turn.
4 turns.
4 turns.
And then I
But
think
you're also, at that point, you also get mud. So mud
Oh.
means
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'm trying.
Movement
I'm looking at it.
reduced to 1
How
hex
can
per turn.
Get there.
You can't move. You can't attack.
I can't see how the Germans can actually get to Moscow and do it.
No,
I mean, under any circumstances.
no, but they can. But they've got to destroy absolutely as much as they can on those first 4 turns.
Yeah.
And then they've got gaps that they can just push through, and then once they do that, they're gonna come to a halt, and they can do that one at a time. My reinforcements, the Soviet reinforcements, are, can I just tell you, turn 1, 1, turn 2, 1, turn 3, 3, turn 4, 2, so on until I get to about. Well, let's have a look at turn 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm starting to get 8. and then
Yeah.
that number just increases.
Okay, so I'm happy to call it.
Yeah, we can call
Yeah, it's quite clear that
it. Well played,
first
Bill.
four,
Never mind, you didn't win. That's okay.
yeah, the first 4 turns we should just be killing Russians. Forget
No,
about
but
that
I think you did really well. That's
But
the
you've
point.
You've got to still move east as well.
Yeah, you guys did extraordinarily well. And the thing was, I made a massive mistake because you found a gap. Almost, you placed it to the gap. That 1-6 was placed in the wrong spot. I just needed something to cover that gap so I could put, a correct positioning there. And you guys push. Look at where your line is because of that northern push. As I've said to you, in the first 4 turns, 5 turns, whatever it was, to get and break across that second line, I've never managed to do that. Never.
Well, there's nothing to stop because it's a free setup to put all the panzers in one zone.
Yep. I've never done that before. Greg's never done that before, but
Well,
But I suspect, actually, the problem with putting all your panzers in one zone is that you're going to get this. You're going to get, like me, disengaging here.
yeah.
And all I have to do is do 1 or 2, 3 hex depth defense. I'm really impressed with how far you got.
I just need
Really
another
impressed.
to get through in the south.
That's very close. It's you got through the second thing by what, turn 4. Essentially that's it though. That's where you stop. But the important thing from your point of view is you consolidate the line, and then you're going to do. It's not the mud. The mud will screw you around, but it's from game turn 16 that you're in freeze. And in game turn 16, it's back to normal. It's just half strength every time you attack. That's it. So, my attitude to this is that actually technically probably, hate to admit this, you won.
Well, now he's changing.
Yeah,
I won in victory points, but really, from a positional strength within the game, if we're going to play this through for 30 or 40 turns, you've won.
I don't know. I reckon we might run out of German infantry.
Well, that's the other problem. And that's why you need the infantry replacement rule, which is an optional rule.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing it for an 8-turn game.
Look, I definitely want to play this again.
We say that about a lot of games.
Yeah.
But